Hello. Guess who this is? I need to pop out the chat so I can actually see if people say anything. Pop out chat. Hey, Sotek. So, yes, what a week it's been. And I thought, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to solve some gas puzzles because that'll be different. I've been solving a whole bunch of other puzzles to try and get my eye back in the game. I've been solving a whole bunch of the artisanal Sudoku by James Sinclair. Oh boy. And I've been sitting a bit recently and test solving my own puzzles, and a lot of them have been terrible, so they'll never see the light of day. I did just create a puzzle with full deck and missing a few cards, which I've posted over on Skunkworks for testing. And I think we're going to publish that one. That one looks really cool. Hey, Clover. So yeah, cool things could happen there. Yes, you do, Sotek. Hey, John. So yeah, I thought I would get back into a another genuinely approachable Sudoku stream, and possibly try and do some more. Try and actually lift my speed a little bit. I don't know. I really don't enjoy the speed solving, but I should try and sort of be a little bit faster. I did record this morning's gas puzzle for actually the 16th of December. It's the 17th here. I'm always a day ahead, or behind. Yeah, I'm always recording yesterday's puzzle. It's freaky, even when it just comes out. And again, I'm always getting one hat times because I can't stop explaining what I'm doing. But anyway, let's do a puzzle to start off because that's what we're here for. This is a quadruple Sudoku by Bill Murphy. I'm not sure what date it's for. It's for the October the 5th, 2022. So I'm over a year behind. It's going to take me forever to catch up, but I'm going to have fun doing it. So quadruples, I'm familiar with these. So normal Sudoku rules apply, and it will in probably most of these puzzles. Digits in white circles must appear in the four cells surrounding it. And if there's double digits, it says 1 1 means there must be 2 1s in the surrounding four cells. So yeah, I think the way I try and explain this is digits appearing in the circles must appear at least once in the four cells doing it. Yeah, I don't know. It's really coming up with a consistent rule set that works for everyone is always going to be tricky. There's always going to be opinions, but yes. So 2 2 means I must put 2 2s around here. 3 3 means I must put 3 3s around here. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my. Oh, hang on, I've lost the thing. I am feeling a bit better after my break. Yes, John. Not phenomenally because I did take a break from the channel and got COVID. So I'm still recovering from that. Yes, I know the trick is not to explain my logic, but I'm also trying to do this for people who don't know the puzzle. I keep having my mother in mind when I'm recording. What would my mother want me to do? Because she's an okay solver, but when she's seeing something she hasn't seen before, she always wants to. It's like, hang on, can you explain what you just did there? And I've always got that in the back of my mind. Um, yeah, I'm the same, so it's like, yeah, time, whatever. I don't care. I would much prefer to explain what I'm doing for someone who didn't follow it than, than the other. I mean, when I'm watching other solvers on any channel, if I see them do something and I don't follow it and I can't follow it, I'm done with the video. Like I'll go back and I'll watch it again, and if I still don't follow it, I tune out. From that point on, I can't follow the puzzle and I will stop the video. And I don't want people to do that. So um, that's a good one, Riff. It's not about the hat; it's about the head under it. Oh, I'm sorry. You just got this one. Let's have a look at this puzzle. I can restart the puzzle again, restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I know these are 2 5 and 8 because I've only got 3 cells because of the 1. That makes this 3 6 9. I can't put 3 in any of those, so this is the 3. I'm probably doing this wrong again, but whatever. I have to. So these are what am I missing? 1 2 3 4 and 7. Yeah, not sure. It's probably a trick. Oh, it is definitely a trick around these. I need to put 2 2s around here. So these are both the 2. So these are both the 3. So these are both the 4. So these are both the 5. Otherwise, I would end up with a conflict. There's no other way I could do 2 with the 1 here without them conflicting. And I've got the same with 6 with 7 with 8. And this is the other thing that slows me down is I have shaking hands, and that's always going to cause me a problem. So I need to put 2 and 9 around here. So the 9 is in one of those two. Oh, this is just a 2-9 pair because I can't put 2 or 9 in there. So that's a 2-9 pair. And I've probably got similar here. Yeah, this is a 5-6 pair. So this digit right in the middle is a 1. So these are 1, 2. Well, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 3 is in one of those two. But these are 3, 6, 9. So this is the 3, this is the 6, and this is the 9. The 5 is looking up, taking 5 out of there. The 4 is looking up, making that the 7 and that the 4, because I was noticing something was happening around here. 2, 8. What am I missing? Oh, and the 2 looks up, making that the 8, taking the 8 out of those. The 2 looks across, making that the 5 and that the 2. There's a 6 here now because it had to be in the column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the 9. Which is putting 9 in one of those two, but I'm not locking that in yet. So these are 2, 5, 8, which is putting 2 right there. This column is missing 1 and 5, but the 5 is over here. So that's the 1, that's the 5, that's the 7, which is putting 7 in one of those two. 7 is right there. These are 1, 8, and 9. There's a 1 there because of the 8, 9 we've already got. And these are 1 and 3, and I've got a 3 at the top of the column. 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go into those. Now, the 2, 5, 8... I'll read the chat in a second. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Though I may be getting stuck. And this could just be my scanning thing again. Why don't I do it better? 3 is in one of those two. Why don't I do it better? The only reason you care about time is as a difficulty gauge and planning purposes. Oh, yeah, I agree. It's a good thing. Like, if you take 90 minutes to solve a puzzle in testing, you know it's harder than you may have thought it was. Yeah. So 1 is in one of those two. So I'm looking for quadruple clues that are doing anything, but I think I'm done with the quadruple clues. Thank you, Paul. Though I wish I could make Google Chat bigger without breaking the puzzle, because it's very hard to see what's going on. Anyway, I'm really trying to figure out what I'm missing here. It could be I've made a mistake because I've been doing that a lot in the solving I've been doing. The faster I go, the more mistakes I make, which I don't like. What? 369, 258. Oh, 2, 9 because of the 9 here. That takes 2 out of there. So what's this column? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. So these are 4, 7, and 8. There's no 4 there. There's no 8 there. Row 3, column 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, that gotcha. Yep. So this row is missing 6, 7, and 8. So that's a 7, 8. So this is a 6. So 1, 4, 7, and 8 go into those. So 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 8. Oh, there's no 7 there. This is a 1, 4. 7 is in one of those two. So does that mean this is a naked single? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1 or 8. Row 2, column 6 is now useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 1, 4, giving me a 1, 4 pair, making this a 7, which makes this an 8, which looks now making this a 5. That's kind of tricky. Giving me a 1, 4 pair, making that the 5 and that the 4. That is kind of a tricky spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9 go into those. The 6 makes that the 9 and that the 6. It's not the sort of logic I've been looking for, I'll be honest with you. There's an invisible 5 in box 1 that does a similar sort of thing. The 6 looks up making that the 9 and that the 6. The 9 looks down making that the 8 and that the 9. These are 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I've got digits to resolve those. Notice I clicked on the digit that wasn't the invisible one. This is 1, 2 and 8. There's no 1. So this is 1, 2 or 8, but that's an 8. 1, 2, 8, 1, 2 and 8, 8. I said it, I just didn't type it. That makes this the 7. These are 2, 5 and 7. There's a 2 and a 7 in the column. That's the 5, so that's the 7, that's the 2. That's now the 9. And these are 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I know the order. 4 and 3 and 1 and 4 and 1. I've got to put a 4 there. I need to put a 5 there, and I need to put an 8 there. Okay, 7:59. That was not a stunning time, particularly for me on a quadruple puzzle. The hat time was 7 minutes, so missed it by a minute. Missed 2 hats by a minute, but I did stop in the middle to read chat. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to. I don't make excuses. It's a reason. It's not even a reason. I just didn't hit the time. Okay, so the next one is Gomuku. Okay, I don't know what Gomuku is, apart from a time for me to catch up on chat that I didn't catch, and to clean my glasses. Row 5, column 2. I've already solved the puzzle. Palfrey does have a point, although. Yeah, unfortunately, Google Chat doesn't give me a size option. If I make the text bigger by just making the window bigger, it changes the text size on absolutely everything, and it breaks the Sudoku pad display, which breaks my OBS and does all sorts of stuff on all my other browser windows, and it's just annoying. I wish there was just an option in YouTube to turn around and say, please make my text bigger in chat. But there's not. There's no accessibility options in Google Chat. I sometimes hit 2 hat times while trying to explain, and I'm trying to explain basics less and focus on tricky spots when I'm explaining, but particularly now that I'm doing the gas videos, I try and find a happy medium. I could potentially open the chat in a different browser, but then I'm uploading and downloading at the same time. And while I can absolutely do that on my internet connection, I don't want to necessarily hog. I don't know. I also feel a bit dodgy about doing that. Maybe I could do that. I'm not going to bother trying to figure that out now. Anyway, this is Gomuku by Philip Newman from October the 6th, 2022. It's much easier to find the date when it's in the title. Normal Sudoku rules apply. I've been recording my trilogy of puzzles for coming up for Christmas. I've got a new trilogy of puzzles that I've created, and it's going to be released on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of December. And a line is a word from the song that it's based on and everything. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along a purple, and there's a long anyway, along a purple Renban lines must form non-repeating consecutive set in any order. For example, a 4-cell Renban line could be 2, 3, 5, 2, but not 5, 6, 7, 9, nor 2, 3, 1, 2. Got it. People who are on Skunkworks can get a sneak peek because I have posted them to testing and stuff. But yes, they are coming. They are harder puzzles. Normal Sudoku rules is a lie. Yeah, normal Sudoku rules a lie. There are puzzles with that. This is not a Rogan puzzle. Okay, so I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Not that I care that much. Let's give this a shot. So we know that if there is a 1 on a Renban, it is 2, 3, 4, 5, because to get up there, there is no 3 up here. So the 3 is down here. These must be what? Okay, there must be an 8 on this line. So this is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. There is no 8 in either of those two. These are also, well, 8 is in one of those two, and actually 7 is in one of those two. I'm actually going to pencil mark. I don't mind. 8, 7, 6, 5. There is no 8 down here. There is no 7 here. This is not the fastest way to solve it. I don't care. There is no 8. No, and put the 7 back, but this is the 8. Now, can I put a 1 on that line? Maybe, but this is 2, 3. And that's the 2, and that's the 3. Now, I need to put a 1 in this box, and I can't put it on a 5-cell 8 line. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 4 there. There's no 1. What is up with my hands? I wish my hands would stop shaking as badly today. There is a 2 in one of those. Okay, so this is again... I can't. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 2 in either of those. There's no 4 there. There must be a 9 on this line. So this is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Because there must be a 5 on... Right, there must be a 5 on this line. So the 5 isn't here. This is 3, 4. There's no 3 or 4 here. This isn't the 3. This isn't 3 or 4. I forgot the repeating thing. There must be a 5 here. There's no 5 here. This is the 6, 7. I can take 6, 7 out of both of those. Sorry, Riff, you've been saying it and I didn't see it until after I saw it. That was really dumb of me. There is... Actually, there still could be a 1 on this line, I think. I'm not sure. There's no 7 here. But this is the 6, 7. This is the 3, 4. Now, there is a 5 on this. So I know what these two are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 7. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? No. No, that is not right at all. These are 8 and 7, though. And the 8 here makes that the 7 and that the 8. That makes this the 6 and this the 7. Because this could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are from 4, 5, or 9. There's no 4 there. I think Brem get to that part of the grid in a bit. Okay. So there's no 1 here. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking at. These are 3, 4, and 5. I'm looking at the wrong part of the grid. Okay. There's no 9 here. I don't know what I'm missing. But then again, that's not news. Okay, so this is 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, or 9 go into those. I'm really lost. These little pokey out bits are breaking my brain. Row 3, column 4. I'm not. I am very confused. Okay, 8 is in one of those two. 9 is in one of those two. 8 is in one of those two. But 8 is in either those two or those two. Now, there'd be an interesting geometry thing going on here, but I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. What the heck? Invisible 7 in box 4. That's not a 7. And there must be a 7 on this line. Right. So that's not a 7. There you go. That 7 makes this the 6 and this the 7. That takes 6 out of here. Now, oh, there must be a 5 on this line. This isn't a 5. There must be a 5 on this line. So it's in one of those two. Can I put a 6 on that line? If I do, it's there, and that becomes a 5. There's probably a chasing 5 things going on here that I can't quite... This is now the 7. This is a 3-4 pair. And has been forever. What is wrong with me? So these are from 1, 5, and 6. Now that's not a 6. Seven in column 2. Yeah, I just did that. 7 in box 3. Right, so 7 comes out of there, putting 7 right there. Okay, yep. So these are 5, 6, and 9. There's no 9 here. So this is the 9. There's a 7 right there, which puts a 7 right there. Now, there's definitely an interesting thing going on with 8s in box 5. But because if 8 is here, 8 is here. And if 8 is here, 8 is here. But I don't... Thank you, Riff. I mean, I could check them again, but I prefer not to. At least I'm having fun. This is fun, right? We call this fun. So these are from 1, 3, and 4. That's not a 4. That's not a 3. But there must be a 3 on this line. That's the 3. It's these invisible digits that are breaking me. So there's no 3 there. That makes that the 4, that the 3. This sort of stuff is incredibly powerful. These three 7s and 8s are incredibly powerful if you use them correctly. So there's no 4 there, which means this is the 4. Which means this is a... Is this a 259 now? So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 6? Ah. So this is now a 3, isn't it? So this is 1, 5, and 6. Row 8, column 3. Right, that's a 4, which means that's a 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4 takes 4 out of there. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are different. But all that's telling me is that's not 5 or 9. I think. So this one is tricky to me. Three in row 8. Right, of course. 3, 5, 1. That's going to do a lot. 6, 1, 6, 5. No 5. That's a 2, 4. So 2 and 4 come out of those. Those are 3, 5, 6, 5, 6. Not 6. So this is a 1, 5 pair. 4 makes that 2 and 4. The 3 makes that 5 and 3. This is 1 and 4 now. Huh. This is 4. So this is 1, 4. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. So these are 2, 5, and 8. This is 1, 5, 9. So this is 5, 9. This is the 1. So this is the 5. This is the 9. This is the 5. This is the 9. Making that the 6 and the 9. This is the 2. That's the 8. So this is the 5 and the 8. That's just using Renban to not allow repeats. This is still 6 or 9, but this is 6 or 9, and there's a 6 looking at it. So that's the 9, that's the 6. This column is missing a 1. This box is missing 2 and 4, and there's an invisible 4 in row 4 already. The 2 makes this the 5. Thank you for the things that broke this open. That's the 2. This row is missing 1 and 9, and I've got a 1 in column 4 already. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. I've got a 3 and an 8 already in column 5. I've got an 8 already in column 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 11 minutes 26 with help. Lots and lots and lots of help. So I'm not calling this one an 11-minute 26 time for me, which still would have been, well, 14:32 is the time I needed. I would not have got that. This was definitely going to be a dinosaur time for me. So thank you, chat. I greatly appreciate your assistance because I needed it. Oh, the next one is a bit scary. It's called Sum or Greater. It's got the word sum, S-U-M, in the title. Ah, this means math. Okay, so some of the normal Sudoku rules apply. Some of the pairs of cells are separated by a white circle. The value in the circle tells you either the sum of the digits in the two cells or the greater of the two values in those two cells. For instance, if a 5 appears between the two cells, those two cells might either be 3, 2 or 5, 3. It's up to you to figure out which circles are which. Right. So I am going to restart my timer. So what that means is this is either a 1 or a 9, because either this is the larger of the two or these sum to 9. This is either a 2 or a 9. This is either a 3 or a 9. This is either a 4 or a 9. Now. Oh no. Now this is either an 8 or a 9. This is either a 7 or a 9. I'm sure there's going to be a problem here that I'll figure out. 6 or a 9, and this is going to be a 5 or a 9. So this is just an 8. Because it's either the larger... Oh no, this is 7 or 8. Sorry. How the heck? This is going to be 3 or 8. How the heck is this going to work? There's going to be a contradiction at some point. And all of a sudden, this doesn't go anywhere. Now, these can't sum to 2, so there's a 2 in them. But if the larger of the oh, hang on. If the larger of the, they can't sum to 2 because how to sum to 2, they'd both be 1s, and that doesn't work. So if the larger of them are 2, this is a 1-2 pair, and this is a 9. And if that's a 9, that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 4. And if that's a 9, that's a 5. Now, if this is a 1-2, for those to sum to 3, they'd be 1 and 2, and they can't be. So that is the larger of the 2 digits. For those to sum to 4, I'd need to put a 1 there, and I don't have it, so that's the 4. For those to sum to 5, I'd need to put a 1 there, I don't have it, that's a 5. For those to sum to 6, I'd need to put a 1 there, I don't have it, that's a 6. That's a 7, that's an 8, that's a 9. The 9 there makes this 6, this 7, this 8. The 8 makes that 7. For these to sum to 9, so this is 2 or 9. Now, and that would make this work. If this is 9, that could be anything. But if this was a 2, one of those has to be a 9. Because if this is a 9, one of those two has to be a 9. And that's pencil marking across boxes. But if this is a 2, that can't be a 7. So if that's a 2, that's a 9. And if that's a 9, that's a 9. So one of those two is a 9. And I'm pencil marking across boxes. There's an invisible 2 in the box. Right, that's the 9. Okay, so that's woohoo factor. Okay. This is breaking my brain. Sudoku. Let's do some Sudoku. When you're resorting to doing Sudoku for fun, you're in trouble. This has to be a 1-2 pair because they can't sum to 2. And I've got the same thing here, don't I? I can't make these sum to 3, so that is a 3. And I've got the same here. This has to be a 1-2. This can't sum to 4 because I don't have a 3 available, so that is a 4. These can't sum to 3 because I don't have a 2 available. So there's a 3 in one of them and it can't be there. So that's a 3. That can't be a 1, so that's a 4. They can't sum to 3, so this has to be the larger of the 2 digits, so that's a 1. I can't put a 1 on that dot, and I can't put a 3 on that dot, so there's a 5 on that dot. You know, there are some Sudoku variants that really shouldn't come back. I'm joking. That is a joke. I don't know what I'm doing. Why do I put myself up for this? So this can't be an 8, because how would that work? If this is an 8, the larger of those digits would have to be 3, or they'd have to sum to 3. So this would either be -5 or worse. This is a 3. Now this has to sum to 3, or the largest digit has. So this is a 1 or a 2. No, this has to be lower than 3, because I can't make them sum to 3 now that that is a 3. So that is a 2. Now this is either 6 or 8. Now, if that was 6, this would have to be an 8. And if that is an 8, that... So this is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Well, there's no 4 there. That's the 4. And now... I had to put the 8 in the middle, because none of these runs can sum to 8 except for that one. So this has to be the 8, because I can't make that sum to 8. And now this has got an 8 in it. This has an 8 in it as the largest, and that one sums to 8. Great. All of the 8 clues work great. Da, 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 da. Now, I can't put a 4 in there, so this is a 1, 3. This has to sum to 5 or have a 5 in it. Oh, Lord. This is a 6 by Sudoku. So this can't sum to 6. So this has to be less than 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4 not available. That's a 5. This can't sum to 5 now. So it has to be less than 5. And 1, 2, 3 is not available. That's a 4. Which means that's not the 4. That's the 4. These are tricky. There's no 7 there. There's no 7 there. This is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5, 8, and 9. I think I'm doing okay. So 1 would need a 4 here, which I can't do. 3 would need a 2 here, which I can't do. So that's a 5. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. I can't put a 3 or a 6 there. That's the 4. I don't know what the times on this are, and I kind of really don't care. If I solve this, I'm going to consider that a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 7, 8, 9. There's no 8 there. That's a 1. This is a 7, 8, 9. There's no 8 there. Yeah, so the 3 means this is the 1 and this is the 3, which means this is the 2 and this is the 1, which means that's the 2 and that's the 1. This is what I call recovery Sudoku, as in I'm using it and after it I'll need recovery. The 1 here looks like making that the 2 and that the 1. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's no 5 there, but I already had that by pencil marks. It's fascinating, but lordy, it's hard. This is a 1 by Sudoku. There's a 2 in one of those. No, there's a 2 right there, and this is 5, 8, 9. And there's no 8 in either of those two. That's the 8. 8 comes out of there. This is a 5, 9 pair. Great. 2, 3, and 6. So that's a 2. This is a 6. This is a 3. This is a 6. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 go into those. And there's a 9 already. So that's the 7. That's the 9. That's the 7. That's the 7. 7 comes out of those. These are 2 and 5. And there's a 5 there. I was about to start swearing because there's a history of that on my channel now. This is an 8. This is a 9. This is an 8. I'm not going to start swearing as a normal thing. Even though some people have said I should, I'm not going to do it as a normal thing. That was not necessarily a one-off, but it's not going to be standard. This is 5. This is 9. This is 5. I need to put a 3 in this box. This is 6, and 6 comes out of both of those. This is 5. This is 7. Wow. This is 1. This is 9. These are missing 6, which goes there, and 9. 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So what were the times on this one? That would not have gotten me 2 hats, but it is closer to the 2 hat time than the dinosaur time. You hate that I can't get to the 3 dots because of the reaction button. Yeah, me too. I wish I could make that reaction button go away. It is a terrible thing, and it is something that YouTube has just added, and it's bloomin' annoying. My recommendation is just put a nonsense comment, and then your comment jumps up one, and it is in a terrible place. It should be down in the chat thing below. It absolutely should. So that was a very, very interesting puzzle. .com Sudoku by Bill. Normal Sudoku rules apply. A plus sign on the intersection of four cells indicates that both pairs of diagonally opposite pairs of digits have the same sum. So, what I'm taking that to mean is if there was a plus sign in the middle of those. So, let me do this way. If there was a plus sign in the middle of this Battenberg pattern, yellow would have the same sum as blue. Is that the way I should read it? So, a plus sign on the intersection of four cells indicates that both pairs of diagonally opposite pairs of digits have the same sum. So, blue would, if there was a plus sign in the middle, then blue would have the same sum as yellow. A minus sign indicates that both pairs have the same difference. So, that would mean that if these had a difference of 4, these would have a difference of 4. Not all pluses and minuses are given. I think... Yeah, I hate the heart. I think it is in a terrible location and I wish I could make it go away. But YouTube is trying to do we want to be more like Instagram. Ugh. Yeah, if the text wrapped like just a centimeter before it so that it did go, all of that stuff would be doable and not that hard to code. I mean, I appreciate that it's there because it drives engagement, but it's just terribly implemented. Ugh. Okay, I think I've got the rules on this right. Everyone is talking about the love heart rather than the puzzle. So we'll find out whether I've got it right. Let's give this a shot. So this has a difference of 3. So these have to have a difference of 3. These have a sum of 15. So these are 6 and 9 because these have to sum to 15. So these are, what are they? 1, 2, 3, and 5. Now these have a difference of 3. So these have to have a difference of 3. Now 2 is not a difference of 3 from either 6 or 9. 5 is not a difference of 3 from either 6 or 9. So this is 3 and 6. This is 9 and there's no 3 in either of those. I think I've understood that correctly. These sum to 5, so these are 1 and 4, which is the only other way to sum to 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now, the difference here is 3, so I need a difference of 3 here. 5 is 4 different from 1 and 1 different from 4, so that's not 3. 8 is 4 or 7 different, so this is 7 and 4. There's no 7 here. This is 1. I'm just probably missed some Sudoku somewhere. This 5 makes this 8 and this 5. Now, these sum to 15. So this is an 8. Now, these sum to 14. So the only other way to sum to 14 is 5, 9. These have a difference of 4. Now these are 1, 2, and 4. 9 is not 4 away from any of those. So this is 5. The only thing that is 4 away from 5 is 1. So 1 comes out of those. This is the 9. People could go nuts on the hearts button. It does. I don't think it actually means anything. I think I'm doing this correctly. It's another one of those puzzles where I've got this terrible feeling that something is wrong. Now, these have a difference of 1. So this has to have a difference of 1, but I can't go down. So this is a 2, which means this is the 5 and this is the 2. That puts 5 here by Sudoku. 1 is now in here by Sudoku, but these sum to 5. So this is a 1, 4. The 4 here makes that the 1 and that the 4. 1 is now in one of those two. The 2 looks now making that the 4 and that the 2. I'm not broken yet, which is why I think that I'm probably correct. This has a difference of 1. So this will be a resolver at the end, I think. 1 is not in any of those. No, I'm looking in the wrong place. Our brutish tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 7. Well, that's the 7. And this is a 1, 3. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 8, and 9. So that's the 2. And this is an 8, 9 pair. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. So that's the 8, that's the 9, that's the 6. So this is the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So that's the 4. That's the 7, that's the 9. This triple, 1, 2, 4, and 7. So 2. Frappy, whatever addiction keeps you happy if it's not hurting anyone, including you. 1, 3, and 6. So that's not the 1. No, I'm losing my plot. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 in the row. No, I'm losing my plot. Has someone found my plot? In this column, 1, 3, and 5. So this is the 1. So the 3, so this is 5. This is 3. This is 1. 2, 4, and 7. So this is the 4. This is the 7. This is the 4. This is the 2. Now, this had a difference of 1. So this has to have a difference of 1, making that the 3, that the 6, that the 3, that the 5. These are 1, 6, and 7. That makes that the 7. And this is the 1, 6. So that's the 1, that's the 6. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Nope. 1, 2, 4, and 5. So that's the 4. This is the 2. This is the 5. 1, 3, and 8. That's the 3. Again, nope. 1, 2, 3, and 7. So 3, 7, 9, 7. 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. So we've got 8, 4, 1, 8, 1, and 2. 5 minutes and 50 seconds is what I did on that one. And apparently I was doing it all right. And 5 minutes and 50 seconds was actually over a minute under the 2-hat time. So I'm pretty happy with that one. See, that's what happens when I ignore chat. You all bother me. You don't bother me. I love you all. Submit puzzles for me to do on my channel. In the description field of every one of my regular videos, there is a link at the bottom to my submission guidelines. There is a video where I explain my submission process. It is a bit out of date, but it's accurate enough. And there's also a link to a free Patreon post. I just use Patreon as a blog mostly, where I describe what I need in order for to be submitted. But basically, it's an email. And the email comes in, and if it's got the puzzle submission at the top, then that will get automatically posted into a queue in a Google Sheet. Gmail will automatically recognize it and send it through to my puzzle queue sheet. Pretty much, Palfrey. If Zeta has solved the puzzle and I can use that as a reference step if anything goes wrong, or my testers can, I would consider that fine. Basically, there needs to be some form of reference for someone to be able to judge the difficulty of the puzzle, because I do submit my puzzles through. Generally, I submit the puzzles that are submitted now through for testing, because it used to be I had a lot more free time than I do. A solution guide needs to be something that someone can refer to in order to be able to establish the flow of the puzzle. Bear in mind, 5-star difficulty puzzles are not something I normally do on the channel, and 4 stars are incredibly rare. The only 4-star puzzles that normally get done on my channel are my own, and even then I tend to do them as walkthroughs, and that's mostly because that's a little bit horrible of me, but I tend to try and also drop a lot of them if I do them onto the BremSter Unpub, so they don't come through as main features. Most people come to my channel for slightly easier puzzles. 1-star puzzle, just drop a couple of hints, like the break-in is this. And this is the one sticking point that you probably won't get stuck on. Normally, if the easier a puzzle is, the less I need a detailed solve guide. What I need is, the concept behind this puzzle is this, and these are the sort of hints that you might want to think about. That's often all I need on anything up to like a hard 3. Yeah, what Riff said. My when I do a really hard puzzle, sometimes if a puzzle is really worth showcasing or anything, if I really get stuck, I will cut the video. I will go away. I will get help. I will refer to a solve guide, and I will come back and say, this is what I wasn't finding. The whole point on my channel is for me to show that this is the logic of the puzzle. And if I can't solve it, there are many, many puzzles I can't solve. I will try and get help and then come back and showcase what I missed to help other people who probably or may have also got stuck at the same point. That's the whole point. I'm not the best solver in the world. I don't pretend to be the best solver in the world. I'm not a world championship person or anything like that. I want to showcase really good puzzles. If I can solve them myself, so much the better. But if I can't, that's what it is. Yeah, editing. This is YouTube. Their videos, they get edited. It's what happens. And I will call out right now, some of my solves that, look like they're blind solves aren't. This is YouTube. This is the internet. Not everything on YouTube is real, people. But the puzzles are, and that's what matters. Okay, what was I looking at? The next puzzle. Let's do a puzzle. Let's stop talking about me and do puzzles. Puzzles are much more interesting than I am. I am not the best solver in the world. I am currently the best solver in this stream who's solving. Except for the people in chat who are helping. Probably all of them. Okay. Like there are people in chat who are way better than me. Like I can see dozens of them. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. This is from the 10th of September 2022 or the 9th of October. I can't tell. What's it from? It says 10th of September. It's 9th of October, but it says 10th of September. Serial Convention by Philip Newman. There are dozens of you. Sotek is a better solver than me. Always has been, always will be. More people than that who are better solvers than me, but even from the very beginning of my channel, right up until the last hard puzzle I posted, Sotek is the one who's like going, oh no, this puzzle of yours, here's how you solve it. And then he helped me fix it. Excellent, Clover. I do miss solving puzzles that used to take me 4 or 5 hours. I do miss that, but I just don't have the time anymore. Between running this channel and working full time and looking after an elderly parent and everything, I just don't have the time. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the total given. Give me totals. I want all your totals. All your totals belong to us. What is wrong with me today? Digits along the line must have values strictly between the values in the circles at the end of that line. So they are between lines and killer cages. Excellent. This is an idea that I would love to play with. Maybe I have. I've probably got unreleased puzzles that did this. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. This is a 6 cage. It is a 1, 2, 3. This must be strictly between the ones at the end. This is the 2. This is the 1 and the 3. This is a 23 cage. Now, I'm going to explain my normal logic with this, even though I should be solving for time. The maximum digits you can put into a cage without repeating are 7, 8, 9. In order, that is 24. I must reduce one of those digits by 1 to get down to 23. If I was to reduce either the 9 or the 8, I would end up with a duplicated digit, which is not permitted. The only digit I could reduce by 1 is the 7, so I end up with 6, 8, 9. However, there must be a digit between the other two. But that's the way I like to explain digits that are close to the extremes, or cages that are close to extremes, how you can know that 7 is 1, 2, 4, and 23 is 6, 8, 9, stuff like that. And you can do the same with bigger cages. There must be a 1 in an 8 cage, and it must be in the circle. It could be 1, 2 with, what is it, 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. So this is a 2 or a 3. 24 cage. Well, we know 24 is 7, 8, 9, and the 8 goes in the middle. I'm actually stopping. I actually don't care about time right now. I just don't. Now, I can't put a 1 on a between line. You can never put 1 on a between line. It just does not work because the digits in the circles have to bound those digits. And what would you put outside of that? You know, I'd need a 0. And while I could do that by software, I can't do that by logic of puzzle. So this can never be 1, 5, so it's 2, 4, because the other option is 3, 3, and I've broken another rule of the puzzle. So this is 2, 4. So one of these is a 1. And one of them is higher than 5, or 5 or higher. But this is a 12 cage, which can't be 9, 3 for the same reason you can never put. It could be 8, 4 or 7, 5. I'm not sure what's going on here yet. I am not sure what's going on here yet. 21 cage must have a 9. No, it doesn't have to have a 9 in it. I'm a little confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go into those. I am a lot confused, actually. Okay, Philip and Clover are having an entire conversation that I'm not sure I should be ignoring or not. So, okay, there's something going on in this central cross I think I should be paying attention to, and I'm not. This is another 1, 2, 3 with a 2 in the middle and a 1, 3 at the end. Now, oh, there's a 1 here. So this is the 3 and this is the 1. And now I can't put a 3 here. This is the 2. So this is 1, 2, and 5. That's what I should have been paying attention to. Now, this 20 cage doesn't have a 5 in it. Does that do anything? I need to think about math again. Well, there's no 5 here. 13 pair, row 9. 1, 3 pair, row 9. Right, great. Thank you. 5, 1. Of course, that matters. So, this 9 is either 2, 3, 4, or it's got a 1 in it. Not 7, 9 pair, row 3. I'm really losing it, aren't I? 6, 9. No, I'm really losing it. The cross. There's got to be something about that. Right, thank you, Palfrey. That absolutely matters. So I can't put 9 in a 9 cage, and I can't put 9 on a between line. So this becomes the 9. Now, that puts 1 into one of these because I can't put 1 on a between line. But it also puts 1 into one of these. But this between line has to be bounded by a 1. So this is 1, 8. So these, or this can't be 1, 8. It can't be 2, 7. It can't be 4, 5. So this is 3, 6. So now we know that this is 1, 2, I'm just confirming 3. This is 4 and 7. So this has to be lower than 4 in order for the between line to work. So this is the 3, this is the 6. Now that puts 6 in one of these two. But more importantly, it puts 3 in this 9 cage, which makes this the 1 and this the 3. There's no 1 in here, so this is 2, 3, 4, putting 3 in the middle and making this a 2, 4. And the 2 here makes that the 4 and that the 2. That's really elegant. This is 1, 5, and 7. There's no 1 at the top, there's no 7 at the bottom, there's no 5 in the middle. Row 5 is slightly off. Oh, was that a typo? Did I say 5, 7 and type 4, 7? My hands are shaking at the moment, and I'm not sure if it's pre-seizure or something else. 5, 7, 8, 9. I'm not sure that was a good thing to type. So 1 can't go here, 1 can't go here. So 1 is in one of these circles. So 8 is in one of those. 8... So the 8, it can't be 1, 7. It can't be 2, 6 because I can't put either 2 or 6 here. This is 3, 5. So this is 1 or 2. So this is 7 or 8. Now, this now can't be 1, 9 or 3, 7. So it's 2, 8 or 4, 6. I'm very confused. Oh, heck, there's these between lines as well. I missed these. This is 7 or 8. That can't be a 9 because of that between line, which I missed. I missed this between line. That's the 7, that's the 9, that's the 8, that's the 7, that's the 5, that's the 7. I missed these lines. That 5 makes that the 3 and that the 5. Doesn't matter what I said. I was wrong. Now, this 20 doesn't have a 7 in it. I'm terrible at these. I'm really good at the extreme cages. 15 cages I'm good at. Without a 7, I don't want to use the killer calculator. It's right there, but I don't want to use it. Without a 7... So 5, 6, 8 is 19. So that's not enough. So I must have a 9 in the cage, and it's not in the middle. So I need another 11. I could use 8, 3. I can't use 7, 4. And I can't use 5, 6. So this is 9, 8, 3. And the 8 must be in the middle because of the between line. This is the 9, this is the 3. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7, which means that's the 5. That puts 3 in one of those two. So what is this 9 cage now? No, that's not done anything. But these are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. So that's the 9 and that's the 3. Go to sleep, Sandra. Nala. Thank you for dropping by. I really do appreciate. So, well, the only way to do 21 without a 9 is 6. Hang on. Is 6, 7, 8. And it can't be 6, 7, 8 because of this. So this can't be 6, 7, 8. So there must be a 9 in one of those two and it can't be there. So that's the 9. These now have to sum to, oh, I'm terrible at this, 12. I can't use 9, 3. 8, 4 would be possible. So I could use 8, 4. I could use 7, 5. They're the only possibilities. But I can't put 7 there because of this. So this is 8 and 4. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's no 7 there. There's no 6 there. That's the 4. 4 comes out of those. The 7 makes that the 5 and that the 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 8. And I know the order, 5 and 8. Have a good one, Palfrey. These are 1 and 2. These are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9. So, and I know the order. So these are between 4 and 9. So 5, no. So this is a 6. Because it has to be between from 5, 7 and 8. 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the 5, 7 and the 8 are gone. These are 1, 2 and 4. Can't put 1 on a between line. So this is the 1. So 2 would go with 8, so it can't. So this is 4 and 6, which makes this 7 and this 6. I love this puzzle. I don't feel it's very gassy, but I love the puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is the sort of reason I don't like speed solving. I'm savoring the logic in this puzzle, and I'm really enjoying savoring it. If I was rushing through it trying to speed the next deduction, I don't feel I get to savor it as much. It's just me. 1, 2, 3, and 9. Well, I can't put 9 here. It's got to be lower than 4. So 1 or 3 is possible, but there's a 3 there. So this is the 1. This is the 8. The 1 comes out of those. This is a 3, 9. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 go in, which I can resolve. 4 and 7. I like to savor a good puzzle. Yummy puzzles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, and 7. So this is the 6, this is the 4, this is the 6. This here is the 7. What are these? 1, 2, 4, and 5. So that's the 2, that's the 4, that's the 5, that's the 2. The 2 looks across, making that the 1 and that the 2. This 5, of course, made this 1, this 7, and this 5. No, that's still okay, I think. Okay, so what are these two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will use the 4 at the bottom of this column to make that the 3 and that the 4, which looks down, making that the 9 and that the 3. These by column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, which I can resolve, 6 and 9. How are these not resolved? This is a 7, 8, this is a 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, and the 7 makes that 8 and 7. 13, 15. This was a terrible time, I'm sure. So, Serial Convention by Philip Newman. Okay, so I'm still closer to the 2-hat time than I am to the dinosaur time, but only just. That was a really good puzzle. And yeah, a prime example of why I love savoring puzzles rather than speeding through them. I'm trying to do them faster than I normally would. This is a puzzle I would love to enjoy over 20 minutes is about what I would like to do this in. Doing it in 13 is fine, but I feel like it's like, that was a really nice deduction. And I like to stop and go, that was cool. And sort of think about it a bit and process it. I like this one. This one was cool. Thank you. I think it was Palfrey for the 9 hint. Yeah, very, very cool. Next one is Difference or Greater by Clover. Hang on, didn't we just do one of these? Maybe it's different. Or is this one of the ones that everyone hated? Will I be everyone? Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, some pairs of cells are separated by a white circle. The value in the circle tells you either the difference of the two cells or the greater of the two values in those circles. It's up to you to figure out which are which. You get used to it, Philip. You do get used to being able to listen to a stream while you're editing. It comes with practice. I've done 1,000 videos. It's fine. Until you're used to it, feel free to mute. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to restart to read whatever. But anyway, so I can look at this and say these either. Hang on. Wait, what? The difference of the digits, or so these either have a difference of 4 or the greater of the cells is 4. So these are either 4 or 6. There's no other way for that to work, is there? And here the difference is 3, making them 5. So this is a 3-5 pair. The 4 makes that the 6 and that the 4. And this is the 3-5 pair. That has to be forced. Down here, this has to be a 3-5 pair. 3-5 pair, man. Because one of them has to be a 3, the greater of the two digits, and one of them has to be a difference. And this has to be 4-6 as well. And the 4 makes that the 6 and that the 4. Now, I can't have a difference of 9. So there's a 9 in one of those. There's a 9 in one of those. Now, this is a 189 triple. Because the only way... No, that is not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. It can't... No, this can't be a 189 triple because of this. So this is an 8. Because the only way you could do a difference of 8 is to have a 1-8 as a 1-9. And because there must be a 9 in here, because you can't do a difference of 9, you can never put a 1-9 on either of these dots. So because you can never have a difference of 8, the only way to make both of these dots work is to put an 8 in the middle. So, yeah, this is a 6 or a 5. This is a 4 or a 5. This is a 7 or an 8. And this is a 6 or a 7. And it's a 7. This is a 7 because of the 6 at the top. So this is an 8. This is very weird. So this is 1, 2, or 6. Because it has to be, 3 has to be the higher digit, or there's a difference of 3. This is 1 or 4. This is nuts. I don't know. And similarly, this is 5 or 9. I don't know that I'm following. So if this is a difference, so this is 4 or 5, because it's either a difference of 4 or that's a 4. This is a difference of 6 or it's 6. This is a difference of 7 or it's 7. And this is a difference of 5 or it's 5. This is a 1 or a 3. No, hang on. But that, what does that do with this? Well, I can't do a difference of 5 here. So this has to be the 5. This is a 1 or a 6. I can do 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9. Oh, I can't do 3, 9. I could do, no, I can't do 2, 8, but I could do 1, 7 and 6 in there. I think. Because 1, 7 and 6 would allow that to work. Box, yeah, I've noticed that. This is 1, 2, 3, or 8. Or 1, 2, or 8. This is 5 or 6. giving me a 5, 6 pair. So this is the 3, this is the 5. So this is the 4. The 5 looks up here, making that the 4. Does that do anything for that? Well, it puts 5 in here by Sudoku. So that's 6, that's 7, that's 8. These are now 1, 5, 9. That's not a 9. So these 6, 7, and 8. And I'm broken. I've broken the puzzle. I have completely broken the puzzle. Right, I already had one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5, 8, and 9. And there's no 9 here. So what are they? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, and 7. But aren't I still broken? No, because 1 and 7 have a difference of 6. Right, 1 and 7 have a difference of 6, and then there's the 6. Oh, lordy. But I can't put 6 in the middle. Because then I couldn't make the difference. This is a 5 by Sudoku. So what are these? 2, 3, and 9. That's the 9. This is a 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 7, which I know the order of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9, which I know the order of. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 and 9, which I know the order of. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. There's no 3 there, so that's the 3. That's the 5, that's the 6, that's the 5. This is now the 5 and the 3. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 9 there. These are 1 and 6. Row 6, column 6 determined. So 5, this can't be a 6. Oh, it's got to be 3 different. This is the 2. So this is not the 2. This is another puzzle that I'm finding absolutely fascinating. But speeding through it is, this is the 1, this is the 8, is not something that is really floating my boat. 7 and 9. The 3 makes this the 2 and this the 3. Hang on, that can't be it. Why have I got that able to be a 3? 3 is not too different from 2. This is a 1. So that's a 6. That's a 4. That's an 8. So that's a 5, and there's no 5 in there. That's the 9. That's the 8. There's no 5 there. That's not the 9. That's the 9. This is the 6. This is the 1. There's no 1 here. There's no 1 or 6 there. That's the 7, 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 3, 5, and 9. Wait, what have I got wrong? There's no 3 or 9 there. That's 5, 7, 5, no 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, and 9. Well, there's no 8 there or there. That's your 8. Giving me a 3, 9 pair in the column. So I'm not sure if that's going to be more powerful, but I'll continue on rows. 1, 2, 6, and 7. And I hope people don't think that I'm complaining about people who enjoy speed solving. I'm talking about me. The only person I'm trying to represent here is me. 2, 6, 7. That's not it. So 1, 2, 6. Well, there's no 1 in either of those, so that's the 1. 2, 6. 2 makes that 7, 6, and 2. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So that's the 7. Wait. Oh, 4. 4 is not 4 different from 9. That's the 3, that's the 9, which makes that the 9, and that the 3, which makes that the 9, and that the 3. 10 minutes 46. Wow. I was closer to the 1 hat time than the 2 hat time. The dinosaur time than the 2 hat time, that one. Woof! At least I'm getting hats. Or in my case, headphones. Wow. Yeah. Really funny. Oh no, more sums. Oh, this is an X sums puzzle. Thank you, Nicholas. I mean, Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards did a wonderful job of solving some puzzles for me. And I did take, believe it or not, I took 3 weeks off, during which time I was still solving puzzles, but I wasn't recording. And the I mean, a lot of it was I went away on holidays for a week and then I came back and got COVID. But for 3 weeks, I wasn't recording. You didn't see a 3 week gap because I recorded a few weeks in advance. Yeah, it was a good break. And I'm starting to pick up my recording again now. I'm almost up to Christmas. Yeah, good fun. Okay, normal Sudoku rules apply. Clues outside the grid tell you the sum of the first X digits in the corresponding row or column, starting with the digit adjacent to the clue and continuing away from the clue, where X is the adjacent digit. For example, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, 7534, 19 would be a valid fill for row where 19 is the sum of the rightmost 4 digits. Okay. Okay, so trying to think how to explain. Yes, yeah. Basically, what it's saying is if there was a 4 here and this was 3, 5, and 7, this is summing 4 digits. So 4 and 3 is 7, plus 5 is 12, plus 7 is 19. So if there was a 19 clue here, it would be summing these 4 digits because this is a 4 and those sum to 19. So that would be a valid 19 clue to the right. That's what that example is giving. It's X sums. So I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. This needs to sum to 45. Now, I have been given permission by a certain Mark Goodliff to say, there is a secret in Sudoku and I'm supposed to tell all of my favourite people. And everyone in the world is my favourite people. So share it with everyone. If you sum the digits 1 to 9, you get to 45. So this must sum all 9 digits. So that is a 9. Now, this is the must sum to 40. Now, to have 40, this has to be a 7 or an 8 because I could have 1 digit left off, which is a 5, or 2 digits left off, which sum to 5. So this is either a 4 or a 5, and I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm looking in the wrong place. I know I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm terrible at X sums. This can't be a 1. So this has to be a 2-digit summing to 5, because you can never sum to 5 in 3. And if I was to sum to 5 in 1, it would be a 1. So this is a 2 summing to 3. So there you go. So I'm actually going to, and I've not done this before, enable the pen tool, and I'm going to mark off ones that I've done. I've done that one and I've done that one. This is going to slow me down, but again, I'm focusing on doing this correctly. Now, this must be 20 in 4 or 5 without a 3. Now, I'm nervous. I don't know that they gave permission to everyone, but they gave permission to me, and I'm giving permission to everyone. Maybe I'm overstepping my bounds here. Row 8 is interesting. So 30. So the minimum... Oh, actually, that is a bit interesting. Actually, the 13 is interesting too. Because if this is 2, this would be 11. That doesn't work. And if this is 3, if this was 4, then I'd be adding 6 minimum. Actually, I'd be adding more than that. This has to be 3. And 3 plus 9, because if it was 4, I would be adding 4 plus 9, which is already 13, and I'd have to add 2 more digits. 2 doesn't get me there, so this is a 3. 3 and 9 is 12, so this is a 1. And this clue is done. But now I need to get to 30, which means the outies that I need to leave behind is 15. But this is 13. So it can't be as high as 7. Well, it couldn't be anyway. And if it was 6, it would be all of those, which would mean this is 45 minus 13, which is not 30. So this has to be 5. Because if it was 4, I can only get as high as 6, 7, 8, or it'd be the highest I could get is 6, 7, 8, 9 to get to 30, and that doesn't work. This is 5. And these are, what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. But I need to get, these are 20. I need to get to 10 here. These are 4 and 6, and that's a 2. 5 clue in row 5. Okay, well, I need to do an 8 here. Now, in order to do 8, I know I'm bad at X sums. I'm really sorry. Maths is terrible to me as well. So in order to do 8, I could do 2, 6. I can't do 1. That doesn't get me there. If I do 3, I've already blown the total. So this is a 2, 8, and this clue is done. This clue is done. So that puts 2 in one of those two. Row 2, column 9 is more constrained. Row 2, column 9 is more constrained. Row 2, column 9 is more constrained. If this was 7, this would be 1, 4. If this is 8, this would be 5. I'm not seeing it from the 40 clue. I'm assuming it's from the 20 clue. But combinations of X sums kind of break me. Now this has to be at least a 3. And it can't be a 4. This is a 3. Because... yeah, I know that sort of stuff breaks me. I'll get there. This has to be at least... this has to be a 3. Because if this was a 2... this would sum to 3 and not be there. If this was a 4, the minimum sum would be 10. So this is a 3. 3, 1 is 4. I need another 5 to get to the total, and that makes that the 4. That's the approachable way of getting that 4. So now these need to sum to 15. And they're not 7, 8. So this is 6, 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now, if this was 8, that would have had to have been 5, and it's not. That's a 7. And now that's done, and that's done. In a much more approachable way that required me to do less math. I'll Catch it. Now, you said that row 5, column 1 looks juicy. Well, rather than juice, I'm going to have some coffee. And it's very, very clear I'm much more interested in coffee than hats right now. Now, this looks juicy. Now, 14, well, can't be a 1, a 2. If it was a 3, these would sum to 10. It can't be 4, 5, 6. If it was 7, I am in a lot of trouble. This is a 3, and therefore these need to sum to 14, and I've got 7. So that's a 7. That does look juicy. And the 14 clue is done. That's very cool. So these are 1, 8, and 9. There's no 1 there. Okay. Pardon me. Now, this 13 clue is obviously doing some damage because that has to be a 4 now. Because I can't, if it was a 1, it's just a 1. I can't use 2, 3. 5, if I could use it, is already 15. So that's a 4. So I've got 6. Those two there need to sum to 7 in order to get to 13. Now, I could use 1, 6. I can't use 2, 5, and I can't use 3, 4. So these are 1 and 6. And that is my 4 summing to 13. So I'm slowly but surely whittling down options. I don't know that it's helping me much because I'm terrible at this. But this is where I feel the genuinely approachable Sudoku are really useful. When you're not particularly strong at something, you find a genuinely approachable Sudoku that covers that topic, and then you use that to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 3, 7, and 9. Well, there's no 9 there. So I can't do 18 in 7 digits. So that's my 3. And now I need those 3 to sum to 18. Well, I've already got 11. So that's the 7 and that's the 9. And this is where this stuff just really is good at reinforcing your basic principles. Love this stuff. So the only clue I haven't used here is this one. Now, this can't be a 1 or a 2. Because if it was a 1 or a 2, my totals are off. It can't be a 3. If it was a 5, these would be 15 already, and I would need those to sum to 4. So this is a 4. Now, these already sum to 13. So to get to 19, I need another 6, and those 2 digits need to sum to 6. I've got 1, 5, I don't have 2, 4, so those are 1 and 5, and the 1 makes that the 5 and that the 1, and that is done, and I've done all the X-sum clues, and now it's just Sudoku with the pencil marks I've got. So these 2 digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The 7 here makes that the 8 and that the 7. At least I think I've done it all. Oh, 1 must be in those 2 by row logic, so that's the 6 and that's the 1. Three is in one of those 2. That's looking in the wrong place. Box 5 has 9 or there we go. Box 5 has a 9 already. So there's my 9. Which puts 9 in one of those 2. Puts 1 in one of those 2. 2 in one of those 2. 3 is right there. Box 3 has an 8. 5, 8, 1, 8. So the 1 in this box is here, making that the 9. These are 4 and 6, and I know the order, 6 and 4. It's starting to restrict this stuff a little bit more. Which way to go is the question. 3, 4, This is a 4-5 pair. So this is a 3-8 pair. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So this is 2, 7. And I know the order, 2 and 7. Column 2 left to PM. Column 2 left to PM. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6, and 8. There's no 6 there. There's no 2 there. That's a 6-8 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, and 9. So where's 2 in this row? No, I've got 2. 1, 4, and 9. So this is 1, 4, 9. There's no 9 or 4 there. That's the 1. 1 comes out of those. That makes a 4, 9 pair, making that the 6, that the 4, which makes that the 9, that the 6. These are 2, 6, and 8. There's no 6 there. That's a 2, 6, 8 triple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 5. So we've got 5 and 1. Yeah, I'm completely lost on time here. But I'm having fun. The 9 in this column is looking down. 4 and 9. 2, 3. No, 4 is in one of those. And 7 is in one of those. That's not it. 8. 2 is in one of those. 7 is in one of those. 8 is in one of... This is an 8-9 pair, isn't it? That's an 8-9 pair. So that's the 7, that's the 2. That 2 means that's the 8, that's the 6. That's the 2. The 8 means that's the 9, and that's the 8. Something comes out of this. The 6 comes out of there. That's a 2-8 pair. So in this column, that's not the 1. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5. That's not the 1. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. And I know the order. 9 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And I know the order. 7 and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And I know the order. Columns. Well, there's no 7 there. So that's the 7, that's the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 here makes that the 8, that the 2. The 8 makes that the 3, and that the 8. This is definitely one where the pencil mark checker would have sped me up. But you know what? I would have enjoyed the puzzle less. So I'm going to take my 15 minutes. I'm going to take the dinosaur. Yep, definitely a dinosaur time. The dinosaur time was 13 minutes. I'm taking my dinosaur time and I'm marching off into the era of the dinosaurs. I'm throwing my Coke bottle into the distance, taking off in my spaceship and watching the march of the dinosaurs. And if you don't get the Allegro non troppo reference, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for you. Allegro non troppo is a brilliant movie and well worth checking out. Yes, Frappy, go to bed. I don't have the mark button on my solver because yeah, I'm not a fan of them. Um, as I say, I enjoy savoring my puzzles, and I find that I'm glad those tools exist for people who enjoy them, but it's just not the way I enjoy solving. Okay. That was some or less, wasn't it? No, that was a little something. So now I'm up to some or less. I can't say why I don't enjoy them. I just don't enjoy them. I also couldn't use the the other reason I didn't want to load the mark button anyway is because it pops up a photo of Mark Goodliff, and with all of the hate mail I get historically for mentioning 3 in the corner or the sum of the digits, maybe it'll go away now that I can actually say I have permission in writing from Cracking the Cryptic to use them. I'll still probably get it. I didn't want anything that was going to pop up a photo of Mark Goodliff on my screen while solving, but I don't enjoy them. It's just a thing. So this is another one of these, I think. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, some pairs of cells are separated by a white circle. The value in the circle will tell you either the sum of the digits in the 2 cells or the lesser of the 2 values in those cells. For instance, if a 5 appears between the 2 cells, I need some water. Those 2 digits might either be 32 or 85. It's up to you to figure out which circles are which. Okay. After this puzzle, I might have to go get some medication. We'll see how we go. Now, is the display still working? Like, is the puzzle and the rules been showing clearly on all of them? I'm hoping. I haven't been checking. Okay. So, it's going to show you the sum of the digits or the lesser of the 2 values. So how is this going to work? Because this can't show the sum of either. Hang on. So this one, it can't show the sum because this would have to be a 0. So it has to show the lesser of the 2 values. Oh, so this is just lower than 8. Hang on. So if 8, this can't be the sum. So 8 has to be the lesser of the 2 values. So this has to be a 9. But now this is broken. Oh, because 7 can't be the sum. So 7 is the lesser of the 2 values. So 1 can't be the sum. So 1 is the lesser of the 2 values. 2 can't be the sum. So if 2 is the lesser of these 2 values, but if 2 was here, 2 wouldn't be the lesser. If 1 was here, then 2 wouldn't be the lesser of these 2 values because 1 would be in it. So this is the 1. And if the 2 was here, because these can't sum to 3, because the 1 is gone. Oh, Lord. I mean, this is a fairly simple chain, but explaining it so that I'm 100% sure is weird. These can't sum to 3, so 3 is the lesser of the 2 values. So if I put the 2 here, 3 isn't the lesser of the 2 values. So this is the 2. This is going to continue. But now the 3, this isn't the 2. 3 is in here, but these can't sum to 4. And if I put 3 here, 4 isn't the lesser of the 2 values. So this is the 3. These can't sum to 4 because I don't have 1, 2, or 3. So 4 is the lesser of the 2 values. So 4 is in here. Now, 5, I can't sum to 5 because I don't have 1, 2, 3, or 4 available. If I put 4 here, 5 isn't the lesser of the 2 values, so the 4 is here. This is just going to continue, isn't it? So 5 is the lesser of the 2 values, but if I put it here, because I can't sum to 6, this is 5. this has got to just continue. 6 is the lesser of the two values because I can't sum to 6. If I put 6 here, then this is broken. 6. This has got to be 7, 8, and 9. It just has to be. Actually, I'm not sure about the 8, 9. 7 is the lesser of the two values, but ace is the lesser of the two values here, and that works in either order. Eight is not the lesser of the two values in here. This sums to 8. This, without using a 7, an 8, or a 9. So 7 is over here. I can do the same thing here. 1 is the lesser of the two values because I can't sum to 1. But if I put 1 here, because I can't sum to 2, 2 is the lesser of the two values. So this is the 1, and then 2, no, and then 2 is in one of those. 3 isn't the lesser of the two values in here because 3 is not available. So this sums to 3. This can't sum to 3. So 3 is the lesser of the two values in here. So that's a 3 because I can't put a 3 here. Right, this can't sum to 1, so this is a 1. These can't sum to 6, so 6 is the lesser of the two values. So these are 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 7. Right, 1, 2, 3. These are 4, 5, 6. This is the lesser of two values, so that's fine. Now, these can't sum to 4, so 4 must be in here. That's not 7. So this isn't 4. This can't sum to 6 now. So 6 is the least of the two values. So I can't put 5 in here. This is the 6. There's no 6 up here. This is 4, 5. And this has to be from 7, 8, 9. 9 isn't the lesser of two values. So this has to sum to 9. So there's no 8 here. 9 can never be the lesser of two values. It has to sum to 9. But there's only one 9 in the entire grid. This is another one that I don't feel is sort of speed solve concept. This is just something I want to just explore. This can't sum to 7, so 7 is the lesser of two values. So this is a 7, 9 pair because I don't have 8 available. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 4, 5. This can't be 2 because 2 has to be over here as the lesser of two variables. This 5 makes this the 4, and this is a 2, 5 pair. Now, I'm sure there's something I could do in here with the math. I need to put none of these. Well, 9 has to go in here somewhere, but it could go on any of them with the other. Okay, let's look here. This can't sum to 3, so 3 is the lesser of the two values. And now 5 is the lesser of two values. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9, and it's not 7. Can this sum to 8? I think it can. Can't be 1, 7, can't be 2, 6, it can't be 3, 5. This can't sum to 8. 8 is on there because of the 1, 2, 5 triple. There's no 8 there. And 8 is therefore the lesser of two values, and this is an 8, 9 pair. And that's a 6. This is bonkers. This better sum to 6 because I don't have a 6 available, and it's 2, 4, and it does. This is absolutely bonkers. So these now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. So I can't put 7 on here, so it has to sum to 7. So it's 3, 4. And this 5, 8 means that 5 is the lowest digit on it. This is absolutely nuts. Now by Sudoku, 8 is on here, and 8 therefore has to be the smallest of the two digits. So this becomes an 8-9 pair, which means that's not the 7, this is the 7. Which means 6 is the smallest of the two. This is bonkers. Don't get me wrong, I love it. This is great. But doing this as a speed solve, I wouldn't appreciate this as much. So don't care about time. I just do not care about time. I just want to enjoy this puzzle. These can't sum to 7, so these have to be higher. So these are an 8-9 pair. The 8 looks up making that the 9. Now this is an 8-9 pair in the column. This 9 makes this the 8 and this the 9. Now, I want to look at these quadruples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7. Now, 7 can't be the smallest digit on this, so this has to sum to 7. So the 6, 7 comes out of here. 3, 4 comes out of here, and 6 is now the smallest digit. I'm good. I love this so much. The 6 here makes this the 7 and this the 6. The 7 takes 7 out of there, giving me an 8-9 pair, making that the 5 and that the 8. The 1, of course, makes this the 2 and this the 1. Oh, this 8 makes this the 9, so this is the 8 and this is the 9. I really love this puzzle, but it's breaking my brain in great ways. 1, 3, 5, and 6. Now, I can't put an 8 on this, so it has to sum to 8. I don't have 1, 7 available. I don't have 6, 2. This is 3, 5. 3, 5 comes out of here. This sums to 7. The 6 makes this the 1 and this the 6. So I can't sum to 2. So this has to be the 2. So this is the 4 and this is the 2. The 4 makes this the 5 and this the 4. The 5 makes this the 3 and this the 5. Now, can this sum to 4? 4 can't be the smallest digit on this. So this is the 1. Can't put 5 on this. So this has to sum to 5. The 5 looks down, making this the 2 and this the 5. Again, this may not be the most efficient way to solve it, but I'm having an absolute blast, so I do not care. And I'm sorry if I'm ignoring chat, but I tend to look at chat if I'm stuck, and I'm not stuck. I'm having a ball. So 1, 3, and 8. There's a 1, 8 in the column. That's the 3. The 8, 9 pair means that's the 1 and that's the 8. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a 3, 4 pair, so that's the 2 and that's the 3. 3 is in one of those two now by Sudoku, but there's a 3, 4 pair, so that's the 3. I should look at this. So this is a 3. Actually, let's just put in this triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 5, and 6. Now, this can't sum to 4 because I can't put 1 in it. So 4 has to be the smallest digit on it. So the 4 is there, the 3 is here. This has to be higher than 4. That makes this 3 and this 4. I'm going to put this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, which I'm not resolving in any way I see yet, but I'll get there. Now, I can't put 7 on this, so it has to sum to 7, and I can't do 6, 1. So this is 2 and 5 and 6. These are 1 and 4, and I've got a 1 and a 4 over here to fully resolve them. That makes this a 1, 4 pair, by the way, and I can put them in, 4 and 1. I'm terrified I've made a mistake. This is known. This is a 2. What are these? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 9 here. There's no 8 here. So these, I've got to put a 5 in one of those. So these are 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5 or 7. So that's a 5, 7 in the column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6. So this is a 7 or a 9 for the row, and there's a 9 in it. So 7, 9, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 2, 9, 8. And the 8 looks like making that 9 and that 8. 14 minutes, 37 seconds. Now, I'm sure that's going to be a dinosaur time. Yeah, it's a dinosaur time. By 67 seconds, I missed out on getting a hat. And you know what? Don't care. That was an absolute blast. And I really apologize to chat that I was kind of ignoring you all. I hope you were bouncing ideas off each other and everything, but I really wanted to explore and savor this one. And I know that's not what a streamer is supposed to do. They're supposed to engage with their chat and make them feel included. But I really wanted to get into this puzzle, and hopefully that was something that you enjoyed. Because, wow. As a puzzle, this was my favorite of all of them. I think Clover said that there was a series of these and people hated them. I loved this puzzle. This puzzle was great. As a gas puzzle? Coffee break puzzle. This was a wonderful coffee break puzzle. So I'm going to have some coffee. Holy cow, that was fun. Exploring this one. It's that exploration that keeps me in puzzles. And I know people love speed solving. I really do. Why do people hate? I don't know why people. I mean, Clover mentioned before that people didn't like it. That was a lot of fun. I loved that puzzle. Okay. Okay, so normal Sudoku, so offset Sudoku. Don't know this one. Normal Sudoku rules apply. A digit in a highlighted cell must be placed in the nth cell in the next row, where n is the number in the cell immediately to right of the highlighted cell. E.g., if row 4 column 1 contained a 9 and row 4 column 2 contained an 8, then row 5 column 8 must be a 9. I'm not sure I'm following. A digit in a highlighted cell must be placed in the nth cell in the next row, where n is the number in the cell. A digit in the highlighted cell, so this is a highlighted cell, must be placed in the nth row. Hang on. A digit in a highlighted cell. So let's pick a highlighted cell, like this one. Oh, hang on. So the example was this. A digit in a highlighted cell must be placed in the nth cell in the next row, where n is the number in the cell immediately to the right of the highlighted cell. E.g., if row 4 column 1 contained a 9 and row 4 column 2 contained an 8, then row 5 column 8 must be a 9. This is a highlighted cell, must be placed in the nth cell in the next row, where n is the number in the cell immediately to the right of the highlighted cell. Oh, row 4 column 2 contained an 8. So if row 4 column 1 was a 9 and row 4 column 2 contained an 8, then in the next row, row 5 column 8 must be a 9. Okay, got it. I think I've got it. Let's give this a shot. So this is saying that the 1 is in position 4 in the next row. So this is a 1. This is saying the 2 is in position 5 in the next row. So this must be a 2. This is saying 7 is in position 1 in the next row. So this is a 7. This is saying 8 is in position 2 in the next row. So this is an 8. 3 is in position 7 in the next row. 4 is in position 8 in the next row. So 4 is there. 5 is in position 7 in the next row, so that's a 5. 3 is in position 9 in the next row, so this is a 3. Now, 1 is in position what in the next row? This is an 8. 2 is in position what in the next row? This is a 9 because that's where it is. 7 is in position what in the next row? This is a 5. 3, I've got that one. 3 is in position what in the next row? I don't know. So what clues are not done? That one's not done. 4 is in position. That one is not done. They're the only ones that are not done that I think I can see. That's a 9 by Sudoku. So 3 in the next row is in one of those two. So it's in either 5 or... So this is a 5 or a 6. 4 in the next row actually has quite a few options. 1, 4. So this is 1, 4, 5, 6, but it's not 4 or 6. So 4 is in one of those two. So this is a 1 or a 6. I think that's it. That's a 7 by Sudoku. And these are 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. There's no 8 or 3 there. That's the 6. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 7 in box 2. You are correct. That puts 7 in one of those two. No. As always, I'm looking in the wrong place. 1 and 9. So this is the 1, this is the 9. Ah, yes, 4. So that's the 4, that's the 5. So these are 3, 5, and 6. That's not 3. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. There's no 4 there. There's no 3 there. There's no 3 there. That's the 3. 2, 8, and 9. There's no 8. Ugh. There's no 2. Five or 6, 1 or 6. So 4 is in one of those. I'm finding these are kind of breaking my scanning. Not that my scanning is great at the best of times. 1 in row 6, you say? Ah, well, hang on. What's wrong with either of those? Yeah. But it's across boxes, which is always a little tricky. Except that's a 7. So that's the 1. And these are 2, 5, and 6. There's no 5 there. Can I do more with 7s? Someone said they weren't going to talk about 7s anymore. Where's my help with 7s? 2, 4, 6, 8. Three is in one of those two. 4 still in one of those two. Three in column 1. It's not in either. Why have I had trouble with that? That's just a 3, which means that's a 3 and that's an 8. So what is this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, Sick. I was going to take a break and get some medication, which may have helped me. So this is 2, 4, or 6. 4 is in one of those two. And it's not recreational medication. I'll tell you that for nothing. 4 is still there or there. 4 in box 6, you say? Right, that's a 4. So that's a 6. That's a 4. So this is a triple. 1, 6, 9. There's no 9. There's no 1. So there's no 6 here. And this is a 2 or a 5. Am I completely losing the plot? Like, did I thought these all flowed pretty quickly. But these ones haven't. And I've done all the others, haven't I? 1 is in 4, 2 is in 5, 1 is in 8, 2 is in 9, 7 is in 1, 7 is in 5, 8 is in 2. Oh, it's that. 8 is in 6. That's a 6. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 2. 8 is in 6. 3 is in 7. 3 is in 6. So that's a 3. That's not a 3. That's 3. So that one is done. 8 is in 2. 3 is in 7. 4 is in 8. 3 is in 6. 5 is in 7. 3 is in 9. 4 is in 1, which it can't be. So this is now 6 and this is 4. I missed one. That will make all of the difference. So this is now 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. But there's no 2 in any of them. So that's the 2. I missed that. Or was it that? I missed that, I think. And that made all of the difference. 1, 5, 9. There's no 5. There's no 1. There's no 5. That's the 5. So this is 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8, 9. No 1. No 8. Five in this column is there. This is one. So where's 5 in this column? No, 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 no. Ugh. My hands are still shaking. I need to get medication after this. This is the 5 and the 6, which means this is the 9, which means this is the 8. This is 1, 6, or 9. This is 1 or 6, giving me a 1, 6, 9 triple. So this is 2 or 2, 7. The 1 here, of course, makes this the 6, this the 1, this the 6. The 6 looks over making this the 8 and this the 6. That's not the 6. The 9 makes that the 1 and that the 9. It was invisible. The 1 makes that the 8, which makes that the 9, that the 2, that the 8. The 9 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 9, which makes that the 1. This column is missing a 2, which makes that the 7 and that the 2, which makes that the 7, and this box is missing a 9. 10 minutes 18. That was... I just made a one hat time. And I missed that clue. That's what happened there. Well, is it Lakia? Lakla? I'm sorry. I wish I could make that text larger. Um, I know that Sven has been talking about making that something that setters could put in, but I know that didn't happen in this puzzle. Um, I need to take a couple of minute break. I'm going to, and I apologize for this in advance. I'm going to actually try and make YouTube a little bit happy and make them want to promote this by better. I'm going to push the button that makes them play an ad. I know that you all hate this, but it does make YouTube promote the stream and everything a bit more. So I'm going to disappear for a couple of minutes. There will be an ad. I apologize for that. I really do, but it. I want to make YouTube happy so that more people see this. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I should be back and hopefully people can see me. Time for me to go through a little bit of channel admin. First of all, if you're here and haven't subscribed, please do. Second of all, on the ad thing, okay, I did push the ad button, so theoretically it did show some. No idea. I'm not going to push it again. The reason I'm trying to do some control of it is YouTube has gotten very, very pushy on ads. Every time I create a stream now, it's like, do you want us to control the insert of your ads? And I basically go, no, I want to control the placement of my own ads. Do not put ads in automatically. And then when I hit the stream and create the back end stream, it turns around and says, you didn't let us control the ads for you. Are you sure you want to control it manually? It's like, yeah, yes, I'm sure. It's like, okay. And then it's like, warning, you didn't let us do this, the thing, this may be a mistake. It's like, dismiss the warning. And it's just constantly pressuring you to let them insert ads automatically. I don't want to do that. I don't want people watching me solve and then all of a sudden they get an ad. I do not want that ever. So I'm hoping that if I start inserting ads when I take a break or anything, maybe, first of all, you can go have a pee, get a drink, whatever, walk away, and it'll warn you when I'm doing it. And hopefully it'll mean that YouTube might be a little bit less pushy. They're trying to make money. This is a platform that they have to pay for their platform. I'm fully behind the fact they're giving me, like, I'm hosting 1,000 videos on this system. I do get revenue from YouTube. So yeah, I'm not complaining about the fact that there are ads. They pay me to do what I do. They don't pay me a lot, but they pay me some. And all of the equipment I use to run the channel has been paid for by YouTube, and most of that is from ads. So I can't turn around and say ads are bad. Ads put some money in my pocket. Thanks. But I do want to be gentle about the way that's done. Now, I know that in America in particular, ads are about to get absolutely horrible because you're about to have an election. I can't control that. That is geographical. Ads where I am aren't as bad as they are in other places. It's just the way it is. When I travel, even traveling from Melbourne to Sydney, I noticed that the amount of ads I got nearly doubled. And it was like, oh my Lord, YouTube has gotten horrible. And then I traveled back to Melbourne. This is before I had premium. And the amount of ads I got halved. It was like, what? And that's just location. People in Sydney will tolerate more ads, and people in Sydney and advertisers in Sydney pay for more ads, so YouTube serves more ads. It is purely based on what YouTube knows about the people in the area where you live and how many advertisers will pay for it based on that knowledge. That's all it is. Do you have premium, Nicholas? Or are you running an ad blocker? Either are acceptable by me. I try and do what I can. Let's solve puzzles. Puzzles is more fun, though I do want to talk about why. I do want people to know why I do things the way I do. I want to be fair, but I also do. I kind of want to make some money from YouTube. I do. I do what I do to make some money from YouTube. That's not asking for donations. That is me saying I want to make money from Google. Google, give me money. I'd like to hit the 100,000 subscriber count so I get a nice plaque, but I'm never going to make it at the rate that I grow. I grow like 40 people a month. Anyway, yeah, I know ads are actively painful. They're worse based on where you are, and I know that's a case as well. Anyway, Squeaky Sometime by Philip Newman. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, there are some lines in the grid. There are some lines in the grid. There are some lines. It just says there are some lines in the grid. You can see that above me. But anyway, each line passes through more than one of the 3x3 regions. Along each line, the digits in every region it passes through have the same sum. So there are some lines in the grid. For instance, row 1 column 2 plus row 1 column 3 equals row 1 column 4 plus row 1 column 5 plus row 1 column 6 equals row 1 column 7 plus row 1 column 8. Ta-da! Okay. I just try and be fair to people. Yes. Premium is excellent. I tried to hit the ad button. I'm not going to hit it again. If it didn't work, I didn't make YouTube happy. And I failed to make 0.07 of a cent. Oh no. Anyway, Watch the VOD. Let the ads roll later. Anyway, squeaky sometimes. So let's restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. I could do this by math because the sum of the digits 1 through 9 is 45. If I subtract 3 from that, I get 42. 42 divided by 3, oh good God, this is math, is, well, I could subtract 30 from that and get 10. That leaves 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so 14. So these all have to sum to 14. Is Best Buy painless? I wouldn't know. So this line sums to 14. Does that help me? I don't know. How do I make 14? Well, I've got to put a 9 somewhere in this. I don't know. Well, I'm not putting a 9 in any of those because of these 9s. So one of these is 9, 5. Yeah, again, this is not one I'm going to want to rush through. So what about this one? These, well, hang on, this one is even more restricted, isn't it? Because these sum to 15. So this is 30. 30 divided by 3 is 10. So this is a 10 line. I can't put 9 here. So one of these is 1, 9. How is this helping me? This is, so this is a 14 line. This is a 10 line, which I can't actually mark. This, yeah, you can tell I'm giving up on, I'm in the cracking the cryptic app rather than my normal app, and it's causing me. This is a 10 line. This is, what is it? 36 divided by 3. This is what, a 13 line? No, 36. 36 divided by 3 is 12. And this is, yeah, this is also 12. Don't need it in all of them. This is also a 12 line. So how is this helping me? Well, hang on. 7 can't go in any of these. So 7 is in one of those 3. And I know what these are because, yeah, I know what those are. Those are 1, 9 and 4, 6. Because I can't use 3, 7 or 2, 8. So these are 1, 9 and 4, 6. Why is there a C in there? Because I'm in the letter tool. Okay, so these are 1, 9, 4, 6. So 1, 2, 3, and 5 go into those. There's no 4, there's no 6. There's no 6, there's no 4. So on the 12, I can never put 6 in these ends. So 6 is in here with 2 digits that sum to 6. And I can't use 1, 5. So this is 2, 4, 6. And this can't have 2, 4 with the 6 because I can't put 6 in the 12 total. So this is 1, 5, 6. I can't put 5 there. This is right, isn't it? And this needs 2 digits that sum to 7. And I can't use 1, 6 or 2, 5. So this is 3, 4, 7. This is the trick to this puzzle. So these 12 sums are 9, 3, and 7, 5. There's no 5, no 7. No 9, no 3. No 9, no 3. So these 14 sums are 9, 5, and 8, 6. So this is the 8, 6. This is the 9, 5, and I know the order. This is the 9, this is the... No, other way around. 9... What's going on? 9... 5. Sorry, I was using that 5 and I just did it backwards. I've had my medication, it hasn't kicked in yet. 7 and 5. So this isn't, sorry, yeah, this is 12. So there's no, this is the 3, this is the 9. Thank you. I knew where you were talking about. As soon as you said it, Nicholas, I knew where you were talking about, even though I got it wrong. How many viewers did I lose when I pushed the add button? A few. All right, whatever. Okay, so now what am I looking at? So this is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, and 7. Now, this can't be 5, 7 because that would blow the total. So there is a 2 on this line. And if it's 2, 5, this is 7. And if it's 2, 7, this is 9. So this is 7. This is 2, 5. This is 7. And there's no 7 here. I can remove the 1, 4 in the corner. Okay. I'm starting to get a handle on how this is going to work. So what are these? So these sum to 12. And they are 9, 3, and 8, 4. There's the 9 up here. So this is the 8, 4. This is the 9, 3. There's a 3 here. So this is the 9, this is the 3. The 4 here makes this the 8 and this the 4. These are 1, 3, and 7. There's no 7 here. There's no 7 here. So this is the 4. This is the 7. There's no 4 here. The 3 here makes this the 1 and this the 3. There's no 1 here. What did these sum to? 10. So there's no 9 here. There is a 9 down here by Sudoku. This 9, of course, makes this 4, this 6, which means this is not 4, this is not 6. I'm not going to worry about using the letter tool to get rid of the X yet. But this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 8. There's no 1 in any of those, so that's the 1. This is either 3 or 9, and it's not 9. So this is 3, this is 2, this is 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, and 6. There's no 2 in any of those, so that's the 2. 2 plus 4 would make that 6. So this is 6 or 8. But the 4 here makes this the 6, this the 4, so this is the 6. Take 6 out of both of those. The 2 looks up making that the 5 and that the 2. The 6 looks up making that the 8 and that the 6. This is cool, by the way. 1 and 8. And I know I say that for a lot of puzzles, but that's because these puzzles tend to be cool. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 9. And there's a 9 in the center of the grid. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, and 8. There's no 4 there. Okay, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I can resolve those, 5 and 6. That takes 5 out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 4 there. There's no 6 in either of those. That's the 6. That's the 4. That's the 7. The 4 takes 4 out of 4 and 7 comes out of those. That's the 3. That's the 4. That's the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 8. There's no 3 here anymore. 7 is there by Sudoku. What's this column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8, and 9. Well, there's no 9 there. So, yeah, 3 in box 4. That's a 3. So this is a 1 or a 9. So these are 1, 2, 5, and 8. So where's... Oh, this is a 2. So this is a 5. This is a 3. So this is a 1 or an 8, giving me a 1-8 pair in the row. So that's not an 8. That's not a 1. Where's 5 in this row now? That's the 5. That's the 1. That's the 6. Meaning that's the 9. This is a 1-8 pair, meaning that's the 9. That's the 1. This is 2, 4, or 6, and it sees a 4 and a 6. That's the 2. That's the 4. That's the 6, 2, 4. The 2 makes that the 8 and that the 2. This is the 1. This is the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 8. The 1 comes out of that 8, 1. And there's the 1 and the 8 making that the 2. And the 1 looks up making that the 8 and that the 1. That was really cool. I loved the interaction of these triples. Those triples were amazing. If you're interested in interesting interactions of triples on lines in a way that you don't expect, check out the puzzle Darling Fountain that has been posted to testing on Skunkworks by BremSter, Full Deck, and Missing a Few Cards. We've done some interesting stuff there. That was a lot of fun. Squeaky Sometime by Philip. That was really cool. I think my time was terrible. My time was, single hat. Okay. Next up, we have 10 Lines by Clover. I like 10-line puzzles. If this is a standard 10-line rule, I tend to like these. Okay. Come on. Load. Okay, we're still on the Cracking the Cryptic app. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, cells along each line can be divided into connected groups so that every group sums to exactly 10. Groups may not overlap, and along a line, every cell must be part of a group. For instance, if a line is 6 cells in length, one possibility is that the digits in the first 4 cells sum to 10, and then the digits in the last 2 cells sum to 10. Another possibility is the first 2 cells sum to 10, the middle 2 cells sum to 10, and the last 2 cells sum to 10. All good. I haven't even looked at it yet. Restart the puzzle, restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So these sum to 9. I must complete a 10 sum. These will sum to 10. These can't be 1, 9. These are 4, 6. They are absolutely 4, 6. Okay. There is a problem here. This 6 looks up making this a 4 and this a 6. I can't make these 3 sum to 10, so I need to make those 2 sum to 10. With a 5 in it, I can't make those 2 sum to 10, so those need to sum to 5, and they can't be 1, 4. So those are 2 and 3. The 2 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 2. Now, I can't make 3 sum to 10. I could potentially make 4 sum to 10, except I can't use a 2 in any of those. So these are 2 independent groups of 10. So I must split that line. I'm going to use something a bit more obvious. Must split that line. Because I can't use 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I make 3 sum to 10, then the next digit is a 10. This is a 2. Because otherwise I've got a problem. This is a 1, 4, because I must complete a 10 sum here. This is either a 5 or these 2 sum to 5. Now, I've got 9 here. So this must complete with a 1. That splits the line. And now these must sum to 10. I can't use 1, 9. I can't use 3, 7. I can't use 4, 6. So these are 2, 8. And I've already got 2s and 8s all over the place. Tempted to look at this row. This is 4, 5, 7, and 9. So this isn't 4. So 9 here would force a 1 there, and that's not going to work. So this is 5 or 7. So if this is 7, these would need to sum to, it would have to go 7, 3. And if it's 5, I would need either one. So this is either 7, 3 or it's 5, 5 because I can't make 2 digits here sum to 5 with a 1 and a 2 gone. So this is either 3 or 5 here, and it's not a 5. This is a 3, this is a 7, and I can take 7 out of all of those. Now, if this is a 5, this would have to sum to 5, and I can't do. I'd have to make these 2 digits sum to 5, and I can't do it because I can't do 5, 5, and I can't do 5, 2, 3. So this is not a 5. And this is a 10 sum, so these need to sum to 10. So this is either 4, 6 or 9, 1, and it's not 9, 1. This is 4 and 6. There is no 4 in here. So if this is a 5, these don't sum to a 10. I have to break this line here. So if this is a 5, this is a 5, this is a 1 or a 5. And if this is a 5, this is a 2, 3. And if this is a 9, this is a 1. And I know there's a 2 on here somewhere. I don't think I'm doing this right. I know there's a 4 in one of those. I don't think I'm doing this right. Row 3, column 7. Yeah, very good at that. There's a 5 on the line in row 3. Yep. 5 is semi-placed in row 4. Oh, 5, 2, 3 wrong? Yeah, 5, 2, 3 doesn't work. 5, 5 doesn't work. 5, 2, 3 doesn't work because that'd have to be a 10. This has to be the 9, surely. If I put a 5 here, this is broken because I can't split this line into a 3. I can't do 5 and then 3 cells. This has to be the 9. Yeah, if this is a 5, I'm broken because I can't put a 5 here to complete it in 2. I can't do it in 3 cells. And if I do it in 2 cells, that's a 10 on its own. That's the 9, that's the 5, that's the 5. That makes this the 1. And these are 2, 8 because I have to put a 2 in here by Sudoku. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there's a 2 in here by Sudoku. This is now known. 8. Again, I'm finding this one a little tricky, but not horrible. Curious about what these can be. 3, 5, 8, 9. Well, there's no 3 in any of those. This is a 3. But I have to, because this can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4 line, this has to split up into 2 because I can't make 3 and then put a 10 there. So this is 3, 7. This can't be 5, 5. So there's no 5 on the line. And this is a 1 or a 2, and it's not a 1. So this is 2 and 8, and there's no 8 here. This is 5, 9. The 1, 2, this is a 4. And the 5 at the bottom makes that the 9 and that the 5. These are 1, 5, and 9. There's no 5 there. There's no 1 there. I think that was sensible. I'm tempted by this quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 6, and 9. There's no 3 here. So one of these has to be a 3, which means one of these has to be a 7. 6 would put 4 here. 3 would put 7 here. 1 would put 9 here. 9 would put 1 here. All of those are possible. Single place for 5 in row 5, you say? Ah, that's a 5. Right. So this can't go 5, 5. So because I need to complete a 10 sum, I need to make those 2 digits sum to 5. And they can't be 2, 3 because I can't put 2, 3 anywhere. So this is 4, 1. And that's the end of my 10 sum. That makes this 4 and 1. And I'm tempted to look at this triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Yeah, 2, 3, 7, and 9. Well, there's no 2 or 3 there. Hang on, is that right? Yeah, because that... How do I make 10 here now? Because this is a high digit. So I can't make a 3-cell 10 sum. Oh, yes, I could. No, I can't make a 3-cell 10 sum now. So this has to be a 2-cell 10 sum. I can't do 2, 8. I could do 3, 7. I can't do 7, 3. And I can't do 9, 1. So there's no 9 on here. This is 7. This is 3. And this is a 10 sum. I'm actually going to mark that because it's going to move around. 3 and 7 come out of those. That 3 means that this is the 3, this is the 7. Now 1, 9. So this is 1, 9, or 4. Now these have to sum. So I'm curious by this. 1, 8, and 9. Well, surely that makes this a 1. Because these 3 have to sum to 10. Because if this was an 8 or a 9, I can't make like those sum to 10 because then that would be a 10 sum. So that's a 1. And these have to sum to 9. Well, they're not 1, 8. They're not 2, 7. Well, actually, the 8, 9 makes that the 2, and this becomes a 3, 6, and we're done. The 3 makes this the 6, this the 3. The 9 makes this the 8, and this the 9. This is really quite tricky. And as I keep saying, that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying the puzzle. It means that I'm just not gassing through it. The 2 looks up making that the 9. This, there's a 2 in one of those. That's a 2, 6 pair. And that's a 7, 8 pair. 1 in row 7. Yeah. The 1 looks up making that the 9, which makes that the 5 and that the 1. So these are a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. I'll use that 3 to make that 9 and that 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. There's a 5 there. That's a 7, that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 7, and 9. There's no, that's the 9. The 3 makes that the 7 and that the 3, which makes that the 8 and that the 7. The 8 makes that the 2 and that the 8, which makes that the 6 and that the 2. Take 6 and 4 out of there. This is the 1, 9 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6 and 8. So 8 and 6. This 6 takes 6 out of there. So this is the 6. That's not the 4. That's the 4. This is the 1, the 9, the 1. 7, 8, 9. 8 goes in there. And I'll use the 9 in that column, make that 7 and 9. 11, 14. That was good fun. I like 10-line puzzles. I did one, I think it was by Piotr V recently, which is one of the favorite puzzles I've done on the channel in a while. The Riff Clown one was better, but that wasn't a 10-line puzzle. That was a run-on Renban puzzle, and that puzzle blew my mind. But the 10-line one, I think it was a Piotr V puzzle, but this one was really cool. I like 10-line puzzles. That was October 16th. Like, this is over a year old. Yeah. Puzzles that have had a year to play with ideas have, they've got a bit of an advantage. That was really cool. 10-line puzzle. Then 10-line is a constraint that's not used enough, I don't think. Okay. Second law of I'm assuming it's second law of thermodynamics. Ooh, cool riff. I'll have to give that one a look. I think it was a math pesto puzzle called 10 Types of Lines, which included 10 different types of lines that I solved about 5 months ago on the channel. That was absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm assuming this is a Windoku because it says place the digits 1 to 9 in each row, column, box, and region. So I'm assuming these are supposed to be the boxes. I normally use cages for Windoku now because people understand them better and it doesn't mess with people's highlighting, because if people want to start highlighting and colouring stuff, then things just disappear, whereas the cages don't. Because one of the things that I try and detail with Windoku is basic set. Now, I'm not going to explain it with this, but I'm probably going to try and use it. So anyway, let's restart the puzzle, restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I know 3 is in one of these two. Or I know what these 4 are. So these are 1, 2, 3, 7, and 9. I know 3 and 7 are not in those. So that's a 1, 9. So this is 3 and 7. And this is the 9 and this is the 1. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 4, and 8. So there's no 4 there. I'm not sure if I need to use Windoku tricks in this or not. So this is also restricted. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 go into those. So this is restricted. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 7, and 9. So this is a 9 because of the 3, 7 pair. And the 7 makes that the 3 and that the 7. There's no 4 there. So this is the 4. This is the 8. This is the 4. The 2 makes this the 1 and this the 2. Which means this is the 8 and this is the 2. This 3 makes this the 7 and this the 3. Okay. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. There's no 7 there. That's not... There's no 5 there, which I can do without using Windoku trick, fortunately. So this triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, and 8. There's no 2 there. I'm looking for rows under pressure. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 3 there. You can see 9 is in one of those. Trying to do as much as I can without using too much Windoku pressure, though I'm not seeing Windoku pressure either. Box 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Well, there's no 6 there. There's no 4 there. Not jumping out at me. So I can see 1 is in one of those two. 2 is right here. So this is a quadruple. 1, 3, 7, 9. There's no 3 here. There's no 7 in any of those. So that's a 7. This is a 1, 3, 9. 7 takes 7 out of there, so that's a 7. These are now 1, 6 and 9. There's no 6 there, so the 1, 9 makes that the 6. The 1, 9 pair means that's the 7, that's the 3. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6 means that's the 5 and that's the 6, which looks like making that the 8, that the 4, that the 6. This would be 3 or 9. Chat has disappeared, so I'm bringing it back up. The 3 and the 7 makes this the 9, which makes this the 1, this the 9. So this is the 1. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. The 3 and the 8 make that the 4. I'm not seeing any Windoku trick yet, but I might get there. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, and 8. There's no 8 in the middle. There's no 1 there. There's no 1 there. So this is a 1. Oh, hang on. I'm broken. Is that just a typo? When did I put that in? I think this is just a typo. The 3 looks down, taking the 3 out of there. This is a 1, 9. Yeah, I'm going to go back and try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5. I don't know how. Oh, the 5, 9 makes this the 1, this the 9, this the 1. The 3 and the 7 make this the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 8, 9. There's no 8 there. There's no 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. That's the 4. I'm still making sure this is good because I was confused. These are 1, 3, and 8, but I can't put a 1 there either. So this is the 1, this is the 3, 8, but there's a 3 in the box. This is the 8, this is the 3, this is the 9, this is the 8. This is a pair. 2 and 9. This 9 is in one of those two. Ah, that is a 9 because of Windoku. That is a 9. That is a 5. That means that's not a 9. That's a 9. That's a 2. That's a 9. These are 2, 5, and 6. That's not a 5 or a 6. That's the 2. 1, 2, 3. So these are 2, 4, and 8. So that's the 8. 2, 4. Yeah, I've done that all the time, Sotek. Like, if I had a nickel for every time I do that, I'd be making more money than YouTube pays me. This 8 makes that the 4, that the 2, which means that's the 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can resolve those by the stuff below. This is a 5 or a 6, so that's the 6, that's the 5, that's the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got a 4 above, so that's the 3, that's the 4. The 3 looks down, making this the 8 and the 3. The 2 in the box makes this the 4. I have to put a 2 there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the 7. And that is hopefully the solution. This is the first one I think I've done today that hasn't had an embedded solution. 8 minutes 33, which is... It's 93 seconds off a 2 hat time, while trying to explain it, though I didn't explain the Windoku trick I did to resolve that. So, yeah. Is there anyone here who needs the Windoku trick explained? I've explained it in several Windoku videos, so if you're desperate for if you're watching this as a VOD and you desperately need it explained, if you search for Windoku on my channel, then you will absolutely get an explanation of it. Riff Clown, I am not taking you seriously. Ever. But particularly this time. Hey, Rockrat. Nice to see you. Ooh, we're approaching puzzle 500 in the series, apparently. This is puzzle 499. Uh, 18th of October 2022. Catch some rays. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along arrows must sum to the circled total. Okay. So there'll be math happening here, won't there? Particularly in these cells. So this can't be a 9. So the 9 can't be on an arrow. Now, there must be 3 different things summing to it. So I couldn't use a 6 because 1, 5, 2, 4 and unbroken. So this is 7 or 8. Now, if this was a 7, this would be an 8, 9 pair. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now, these have to be 7, 8 or 9. And so this is 7 or 9. So if 5 or 6. Okay, what am I missing as a start? Now, this has to be 3 digits summing to. So this is 6, 7, 8 or 9, and it's not 7, 8. So if this can't be a 6 because this would have to be 1, 2, 3. This is a 9. This is 2, 3, 4. And this is now 6 or 8. But if this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3, and it can't be because of the 2. This is the 8. And this is now 1, 3, 5 because I can't put a 2 on the arrow. That means this is the 6, this is the 8. There you go. There is an 8 without a 4, so it's not 1. Hang on. I can never... I've done that wrong. Wrong. So this is 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. And it's not 1, 2, 5. It's 1, 3, 4. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. This is a 2. I made a boo-boo. Okay, this is 8 without a 4. So it's 1, 2, 5. 8 is over here, but it's not on this arrow. So 8 is in one of those 2. 9 is now in one of those, but it's not on the arrow. It's in one of those 2. What is this triple? 1, 4, 6. Well, 4 isn't there. 4 isn't there. This is a 4. So this is a 9 arrow without a 4 on it. So it's not 2, 3, 4. There is a 1 on this arrow. 1, 2, 6 or 1... Well, it's not 1, 3, 5. This is 1, 2, 6. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 or 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 9 go into those. Well, there's no 9 there. If that's a 7, I've blown the total because I can't put a 1 or a 2 here. So this is the 3, this is the 7. And that just works, my lads. This is a 6 or an 8, and it's not an 8. That's a 6, that's a 7, that's a 4, and there's no 4 in there. Ha ha! This is now an 8, 9 pair, and this 9, because I can't put 8 or 9 onto an arrow that sums to 7, not unless I can use negative digits. Okay. Yes, the 8 arrow looks right. 6, 1. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 and 9. I could put 9 on an arrow, but I would be doing bad things. Bad boy. 5, 7, 8. Well, there's no 8 there. 7 would need a 1. I can't make that work. There's no 4 there. So that's a 5. This is an 8. There's no 5 there. The 8 actually makes that 7 and 8. And we have progress. The 9 means that's not the 9. This is the 9. Okay. Stuff. What is this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Well, there's no 8 there. This is the 8. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, and 8. Well, that's unhelpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 go into those. That one is more helpful. 7 and 9. How do I make 8? Well, I can't use 1, 7. I can't use 4, 4, surprisingly enough. I can't use 2, 6. So this is 3, 5 because of the 2, 6 provided here. That's kind of cool. So these are from 1, 2, 6. No, 2, 6. If this is 1, this is 8. That doesn't work. If this is 2, so this is, if this is 2, this is 7. And if this is 6, this is 3. This is 2 and 7. There's no 2 here. There's no 2 here. That puts 7 up here. Okay. This isn't 1, 6. Hang on, where am I putting 6? I'm not putting it there or there. Oh, this 6 makes this the 1. So 1 is on this arrow. So this is a 1, 6 arrow. So these are 2, 5, and 3, 4. Not sure. 2 plus x equals 8. Box 2 into box 3. Box 2 into box... Ooh. That's complex mass. It's just way too hard. That puts a 6 onto this arrow. So this is a 2, 6. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 7, and 4. Well, I'm not putting a 4 on an 8 arrow. I could have done that at the very beginning. Well, not the very beginning, but once I got the 8, I knew I couldn't put... Wow. Okay. Moving right along. Do. Okay. So I need to make 8. I'm not using 2, 6. So it's 1, 7 or 3, 5. If it's 1, 7, it's 1 and 7. If it's 3, 5, it's 5 and 3. Okay, what about this one? I can't use 1, 6. It's either 2, 5 or 3, 4. Okay, why has my Sudoku left my brain? 4 isn't in any of those. So 4 is in one of those two, which means 4 is not on this arrow. This is the 3, 4. This is the 2, 5. That's not the 2. Okay, the 6 here is looking down. The invisible 6. The 3, 4 is looking up, making that the 1, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 7. The 7 looks across, making that the 1, which makes that the 7. The 1 means that's not the 1. The 1 looks up, making that the 6, so that's the 2 and that's the 1. The 2 looks up, making that the 6 and that the 2. There's no 1 here. There's no 1 here, so this is the 1. Okay, these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 4 and 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, and 8. And there's no 8 at the bottom. There's no 6 in the middle. Where is 6 in this row? Is that the only place for 6? Can't put 6 there. Can't put 6 on the 9 arrow. Can't put 6 on the 7 arrow. Can't put... This is the 6. This isn't the 1. This is a 2 or a 5. Ah, this 6 looks down, making this the 1, this the 6. That looks up, meaning that's not the 1, that's the 1. The 2, 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are a 4 and a 9, and I know the order. 4, 9. Why did I type 7? No 6 in row 7, column 9. I think I've done that. So 2, I've got to put a 3 in here. 2, 3, 5, 8. I've got to put an 8 in here. So the 8 is here. This is 3 or 5, and it's not 5. This is 3. This is 4, 3, 5, 3, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. 2 means that's not 2. So the 3, 4 means that's 5, 4. 4 means that's 3, 4, 2. 3 means that's 8 and 3. 8 means that's 5, 5 and 8. And the 3 means that's 4 and 3. Wow, that was tricky. These are really cool, though. And once again, I'm falling back into my concept of, again, I got a 1 hat time. I was 3 minutes off the 2 hat time. But I'm really loving doing these in this time. Yeah. I hope people are enjoying watching. I mean, I don't draw the huge numbers that some people do. My streams are the smallest of any of the Sudoku streamers, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. Ooh, Killer Whispers, and this is puzzle 500. And I love Killer Whisper puzzles. I really do. So we'll see if I love this one. So this is by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 5. Digits in a cage may not repeat and must sum to the indicated value. Yeah, I can't stream regularly. It's just not something I can do. I it I wish I could commit to a regular streaming session time. Part of it is because I'm in Australia, and the only regular streaming time I could commit to, you guys are all in bed. So yeah, I start early on a Sunday morning when I can, and I know I'm conflicting with people when I do it, and I don't like doing it, so I just don't stream regularly. It's a thing. Anyway, so I'm going to restart the puzzle, restart my timer. So how do I make a 7 cage which must contain a high digit? This is a 1, 6. There's probably other things like that. So 7 cage, this is a 1, 6. Now I can't put 6 in the middle, so this is the 6, this is the 1. Similarly, I could actually maybe do it here though. This is a 1, 6. Now 8, there's going to be more going on. So this is a high digit, and it's not a 6. So it's at least a 7, which means this is a 1. This is a high digit, 6, 7, or 8. It can't be a 6. If it's a 7, if it was an 8, this would have to be a 1. So this is 7 and 2. Now, 1, 6, I'm not sure how this is going to go, actually. But This can't be 6-2. This has to be 7-1. And I know the order. This is the 1, this is the 7. So this is the 1, this is the 6, this is the 1, this is the 6. Okay, this is a high digit, and it's an 8 or a 9. 9 would go with 2, 8 would go with 3, and all of that seems possible. This is a high digit. I can't use a 6. I can't use a 7 because 7 could only go with 2 and it doesn't get me there. 8 would need to go with 4 and that doesn't get me where. So this is 9 and 3. Which means this is a 7 or an 8 and it can't be a 7. So that's an 8. Now this 13 cage is under more restriction because I must have a high and a low digit. And if I use a high digit, I can't use 7-6. That just doesn't work. So the only way to make up the cage is with 4-9 and I can't put 4 in the middle. So this is 4 and 9. This is now a low digit. Now, I can't use 4, so it's 1, 2, 3. But if it was 1, this would be 10. If it's 2, this is 9. That would work, and 3, 8 would work. So this is 8 or 9. Oh, this is now 8 and 3. Now, just working down these lines is kind of fun. This is a low digit. So it's 2, 3, or 4. 4, 6 doesn't get me. Well, 4 doesn't get me there because the only thing I can put 4 next to is 9. That doesn't work. 3 would go with 8. 2 would go with 9. I think that's okay. Maybe. This is weird. This is a low digit. 2, 3, or 4. Again, 4 would go with 9, which doesn't get me there. So this is again 8 or 9. So these are all 2, 3, 8, 9, which is very strange, and I like it a lot. So how do I break into these lows? 1, 8 works. 2, 7 works. 3, 6 does not work, and 4, 5 does not work. So these are either, well, it can't be 1, 8 because I can't put 1, 8. So this is 2, 7, which means this is 3, 8, 3, 8, 8, 3. And what does this do for this 11 cage? Because 9, 2 works. 3, 8 doesn't work. So this is a 2, 9. Do I know anything about the order? I know 1 is in one of those two. This is weird. I like it. Oh, this is the 9. This is the 2. This is the 7. No, this is the 2. This is the 7 because of the alternating polarity. This is a high digit. And it's not 7 or 8 because a 10 cage must have a high and a low digit. It's not 7 or 8. If it was 6, it'd be 6 next to 4, and that doesn't work. So this is 9, 1. This is really, really cool. So this is a low digit. So the 9 is in one of those two, but there's already a 9 in the column. This isn't 2 or 3, so it's 1 or 4, and 6 can only go next to 1. I should have done that ages ago. 8 can only go next to 1, 2, or 3, so that's a 2. Continue your whisper lines, BremSter. There is a low digit on this, which must be a 3 or a 4. Now, a 4 would need to go next to a 9, which doesn't sum to 11. So this is 3, 8. And I know the order, 8 and 3. This is a high digit. So it's a 6 or a 9. But if it was a 6, it would have to go next to a 1, and that doesn't sum there. So, wait a minute, I've broken it. I've broken it. How do I do this 11 cage without breaking this 10 cage? Nine 2 doesn't work. 8, 3 does. So this has to be 8, 3. The order is 8, 3. This has to be a high digit. So it has to be 9 and it's broken. What have I done wrong? Oh, right. So this is 8. Right. This is 8-3. And it is 8-3. Why did I say? Right. So this is a high digit. Let's just do that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Go back to basics when you're wrong. It can't be 6 because that would force this to be 1 and it doesn't sum. 7 would force this to be a maximum of 2. It doesn't sum. So this is 8 or 9. So this is 1 or 2. And it's not 1. This is 2, 8. So this is a high digit. It's not 7 or 8. So this is 6 or 9. And the 2 means that this is the 9. Okay. Holy cow. And that's just what happens when you sometimes just get to the point where you just stop seeing things correctly. For some reason, I said 8-3 here means that this couldn't be 8. Sometimes that just happens in your brain and it doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9 go in those. There's no 9 there. There's no 9 there. That's the 9. I'm assuming this happens to other people as well. You see it happen to me all the time. I'm assuming I'm not the only one who's mind-numbingly dumb that way. So this is 2, 5, 7, and 8. There's no 7 there. Oh, this is the 8. And take 8 out of all of those. 2, 5, 7. 7 being in here means 7 is in one of those two. Oh, there's no 7 there. That's the 7. The 2 makes that the 5 and that the 2, which means that's the 4 and that's the 5. These are pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 5. So this is the 5, this is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8 go into those. So 6 and 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 7 there. There's no 6 there. Okay, that was the wrong place to look. 4, I've got to put a 5 in one of those. That's not it either. 7 is there because 7 is in one of those two, so it can't go there by row logic. 7 is in one of those two because of these 7, so 7 has to go up here, and that 7 knocks it out of there. So that makes that a 7. So this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. There's no 9 in those, so that's the 9. The 4, 5, not sure. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 4 there because of the 4, 5. 3, 6. There's no 6. Oh, there's no 3 in either of those either. So we've got 4, 6, 3, 1, and 6, which I can resolve. 1 and 6. So this becomes a 5. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, I think. So there's no 6 or 4 there. That's the 3. So this is the 4, this is the 6. Taking the 6 out of there, this is the 4, 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the 5, that's the 6. The 5 looks up making that the 4 and that the 5, which looks down making that the 7 and that the 4. These are 5 and 7. I've got a 7 there, 5 and 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure. 1, 2, and 7, which I can definitely resolve. 7 and 2. These 1, 2, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 2 and 4. So 4 and 2, 5 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9. 10, 11. I think I've completely fluffed that one. Yeah, I'm just over the 2 hat time by 101 seconds. Put the cages in negative spaces. Yeah, it would be interesting. I can't remember the name of the puzzle where I started playing with overlapping Killer and German Whisper. It would have been around the time of this one. And I don't think it was Memories of Teldrassil, but it could have been. But I started doing, I don't think it was 2 cell cages. I think I did 3 cell cages where I started having whisper lines running through them. Um, no worries, Nicholas. Sleep is a good thing. I mean, I'm doing this early in the morning. That was puzzle 500. It might be a good one to finish on. I don't know how many puzzles I've solved this stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 in 3 hours and 20 minutes. It doesn't seem like a lot. I might do a couple more. See how I go. I mean, I'm doing this for me. Okay, so all natural processes. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits that appear in one part of a coloured region must appear in exactly the same position in the other coloured region. Okay, well, if we know that, then this is a 5, this is a 9, this is a 7, this is a 2. This is a 6, this is a 9, this is a 3, this is a 1. This is 2, 3, 4, and 1. And this is 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so that means 1 is down here. These are triples. So what are they? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, and 8. There's no 1 or 3 here. So that's the 8, and I can take 8 out of those. These triples are 1, 7, and 8. There's no 1 there. Not sure. These triples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. There's no 4 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 5 there. That's not the greatest. I like triples. 1, 7, and 8. So that's the 7. That's the 1. That's the 8. I can take 8 out of there and take 7 out of there. This one, 4, 5, and 9. Well, there's no 5 there. There's no 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So that's a 4, taking 4 out of both of those. But that makes this 9, this 5, this 4. That takes 4 out of there. These are 2 and 3, so I know this is 2, this is 3. These are 1, 5, and 7. So there's no 1 there. That's the 1. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Not sure how to resolve that. These are probably naked singles. Like they see 1, 2, 3, not 4, 5. So they can be 4. I think they can be 6, 7, maybe 8. Okay. And these 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, and 8 only. Yeah, they are. Oh, hey, Silver Tom. Great to see you. Does the silver with the check mark mean something special? Does that mean like you're an Uber channel with like very important features and stuff? Like, is that because you've got like 1 million subscribers now? And we do need to catch up. Where was I looking? What are these pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, and 8. Yeah. When? Uh-huh. 100K. Uh-huh. That's not going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So this is a 7. So this is a 1. So this is an 8. So this is a 7. So this is a 5. So this is a 7. That means this is a 5, this is a 7, this is a 4. There's no 8 there, so there's no 8 there. 100k. I'm the puzzle solving channel that doesn't grow. Um, do, 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 do. The 8 makes this the 3, that very hidden 8. The 3 makes this the 1, which makes this the 3. 8 is in one of those two. And 8 is in one of those two. There's probably some logic around that, but like if 8 wasn't in here, 8 would be here and here, and I couldn't put 8 into this box. Is that true? If this wasn't 8, 8 would be forced here and 8 would be forced here. Because if 8 is forced into either of these, it's forced into both. So if 8's not here, it's here. And if 8's not here, it's here. And then I can't put 8 into box 7. So that's 8. I don't know if it's useful, but it's a thing. That's now 8. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. There's no 5 here. What am I doing? Are these 2, 4, 6? Hang on. No, there's a 9 here. Oh, God. Invisible digits. 6 makes this 4, which makes this 4. That 4 makes this 5, which makes this 9, which makes this 4. This is a pair now, which is a 2, 3. And the 3 makes that 2. That would have been a much easier way to progress, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6. This is a 5. This is not a 1. These are 2 and 9. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 6 and 4. 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 and 2. 1 and 6. So 6 and 1 and 9 and 6 and 2 and 9. That's it. It's 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, that is going to be too slow. No, that's a 2 hat time. Is that my first 2 hat time today? Yeah, I mean, maybe we should arrange a catch-up of the Melburnians, because I've recently heard that Bill Murphy is a Melburnian. We should do a catch-up, possibly over the break, if we're free. Arrange to get together somewhere and have a drink. Now that I am COVID-free. We should put a chat group together and try and figure it out. As will I. So, yeah, we should make that happen. Okay. Some Renban or other. Uh-oh. 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 Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the total given. Digits along purple Renban lines must form a non-repeating consecutive set in any order. For example, a 4-cell Renban line could be 4352, but not 5679 or 2312. Deja Renban view. Okay, so a 1-3 cage is a 1-2. So we know that this line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 7 cage cannot be 1, 6 or these really dark. I can't read my pencil marks on these dark Renban lines. So what do I do? Anyway, I'm going to have to try and remember. So the 1, 2 means that this can't be 1, 6 or 2, 5. So this is 3, 4. So 17 cage we know is 8, 9. So these must be from 5, 6, and 7 to make the line work. But in order to sum to 11, this must be the 5, 6. So this is a 7. Now, is there anything else like that I can kick off with? So this is a 1, 2. So we know this is also a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 line. Now, a 14 cage, it's going to be a relationship between between these cages, I think. And I'm not sure how to kick that off. Here's another 3 cage. So this is a 1, 2. This is an 8, 9. So these 10 cages can't be 1, 2, 8, 9. So these are, well, we can't put a 5 in a 10 cage. So this is the 5. These are 3, 7, and 4, 6. But I'm not sure of the order. Add cages, secret, bingo. So if you add if you add the digits 1 to 9 together, because these lines must contain the digits 1 to 9, these lines must contain all the digits from 1 to 9, then you get 45. 13 plus 3, 16 plus 14 is 30 plus 12. This is a 3. So I can't put a 3 in any of these cages. So how is that going to help me? How is that going to help me? I'm a raving idiot. How is that going to help me? So the 9 on this line, this can't be 9, 3. So this is either 9, 5 or 9, 4. Have fun, Heliopolis. So if I use 9, 5, where does... Actually, is the question, where does the 6 go on the line? Because the 6 isn't in the 12 cage. So the 6 goes in one of these. Oh, the 9 can't go here. Right. So the 9 can't go here. The 9 can't go here because it would need a 3. So this is 9, 5. And now the 6 can't go here. So the 6 goes in here with the 7. And this is 8, 4. Clever. This is really clever. So this doesn't have 1, 2, or 3 in it. So it's 4, 5. 13 cage now doesn't have 4 or 5 in it. So it's not 9, 5, not 9, 4 or 8, 5. So this is 6, 7. This now, it can't be 2 digits below 4, 5, 6, 7 because 2, 3 doesn't get me there. And it can't be 2 digits above because they'd be too high. So this has to be on either side of the line. And 3, 8, fortunately, sums to 11. That's really cool. But how is this breaking open? This is now an 8, 9 pair by Sudoku. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6, 7 pair by Sudoku. So this isn't 3, 4. So it's 1, 6 or 2, 5. And if it's 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can't connect 1, 6. The line is too short to connect 1, 6. This is 2, 5. Which means 3 and 4 are on this line, but they can't both go in this cage. So 3 and 4 are here, but the 3 means this is the 4. And this is 3, 6. Right, the 7 here means this isn't 3, 7, this is 4, 6. This isn't 4, 6, this is 3, 7. And I've got the makeup of all the cages. This is... I love this stuff. This stuff is just amazing. 4 is down here. 4 here would mean this is 5. 8 is up here somewhere. Nine is... 4 is in one of those two. Oh, hang on. This 3, 6 means that's 4 and that's 3. So that's 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. So that's the 5. This is the 8, 9. So this isn't the 8. This is the 8. 9 is in one of those two. I kind of gave this a bit of a skim. Oh, bottom right. Well, these are 1, 2, 4. If this is 1, this would be 2. That doesn't work. If this is 2, this would be 1 or 3. Right, this is the 4. Wow, that's very cool. And if this is 4, this can't be 3, so it's 5. This is so cool. These are 1, 2, 3. Well, hang on. That's just the 4 now, isn't it? That's the 4, and this is an 8, 9 pair. No, wait. I am broken. That's just wrong. The 3, 8 here makes this the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6, 7 pair. Which means that's the 3 and that's the 7. Which means that's the 6 and that's the 7 and that's the 6. Put 7 in one of those two. If that's a 7, that's a 6 or an 8, and it can't be either. So that's the 7. So these are from 1, 2, 3 now. Nine is right there by Sudoku. So this is the 8. And this is also 1, 2, 3. 3 is in one of those two. So that's not a 3. 1, 2, 3, maybe? Well, this is a 3 by Sudoku. So this is a 1, 2 pair. Huh. This is 6 and 7, meaning this is 4 and 6. I'm really having trouble reading these pencil marks because the contrast with this deep purple, the deep opaque purple, this is really causing me eye strain. I'm really having trouble reading these pencil marks. I hate these dark Renban lines. I just loathe them. 1, 2 to complete the column. I'm really glad more and more people are moving away from them. This 5 looks like making this 9 and this 5. This 4 looks like making this 8 and this 4. This 8 looks down making this 9 and this 8. I think this puzzle is going to end the stream. I'm going to have to go use eye drops, which means I'll be blind for a couple of hours. 9 in column 6. This is 8, this is 9. I just saw something about 5s in this box. 5 can't be here or here, and the 5, 6 looks across, so that's a 5. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 8, and 9. There's no 8 there. Oh, there's no 3 there. That's the 9. So this is a 3, 8 pair. 3 here looks up making that 8 and that 3. The 8 looks up making that 9 and that 8. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 1, 2, 6 triple. There's no 6 there, which makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 and 9, but there's a 6 in this box. So 9 and 6. These are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 7. Quap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 5, the 5. 2 and 5. The 2 makes this 1 and 2 and 1. These are 1 and 3. Sorry, I need a sec. Blue and purple. Terrible contrast. One all sorry, I'm having trouble reading anything. Everything is just full blurry. One already in box 5. Ah, okay, so this is a 2-6. This is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 1, which looks up making this a 2 and this a 1. Love the flow of this, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 go into those. There's already a 9 in column 7. The 7 looks down making this 6 and 7. The 6 looks up making this 5 and 6. The 5 looks up making this 2 and 5. The 1 in the column 8 looks up making this 3 and 1. And now these are complete. So I need to put a 3 there. This becomes the 2. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. There's already a 4 in column 5. 7, 4, which looks up 1 and 7. The 1 looks down, 2 and 1. The 2 looks up, 6 and 2. 6 looks up, 3 and 6. The 3 looks down, 8 and 3. And this box is just missing an 8. 12:21. How is that for times? I'm expecting one hat. Yeah, so it was 9 minutes, 18 minutes. So I was closer to the 2 hat time than the 1 hat time. But I'm going to have to end the stream there. I really am. That one was just killer on the eyes. I'm going to have to go use eye drops. But still nearly 4 hours. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you everyone who dropped in. It was just a huge number of people and I really do appreciate it. This is just who I am and what I do. Thank you for the people who provided positive feedback on BBMF, the puzzle I released the other day. And I will be resuming semi-normal operations on the channel starting tomorrow night. So back on Monday. There will be no puzzle tonight because I've still got a break scheduled. There will be a bunch of puzzles from other people. Next weekend, I am going to, I don't know if I'll be streaming again, I'm hoping to, but one of the things I am doing is, as I said, I will be releasing a trilogy of my own puzzles. So 3 days in a row, I will be showcasing BremSter puzzles, which are my London Streets series based on a song by Ren. And they are slightly harder than the normal puzzles I bring to my channel. So hopefully you will enjoy those. There's some really cool puzzles coming up in the next week, and then what I'll be doing after Christmas, I don't know yet. I haven't figured out what those puzzles are. There is a feature that I want to do, which is I can't remember what I was calling them, but they were basically puzzles from over 2 years ago. So I'm wanting to feature some puzzles that people may have forgotten about. So pulling puzzles out of the deep archive, because just because a puzzle is old doesn't mean it's good. And there seems to be this tendency of only looking at puzzles that are new. And I've been really happy to see in some of the solving streams on Discord and stuff that people are looking at puzzles from like 2020 and 2021. And I want to showcase that. Yeah, look at older puzzles. Some of the older puzzles are absolutely phenomenal. So thank you everyone for watching. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. Yeah, is that what I said? Did I say just because it's old doesn't mean it's good? Yes. Thank you for the correction. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. Yes, there's a focus on new and flashy at the moment, and I want people to have a look at some of the older puzzles, and I'm going to try and do the same. But I've had to take a break, and that long break is I've promised myself I'm not going to try and burn out again because I really was suffering from burnout and it was really hurting me. So I'm going to try and pace myself better. And if that means that occasionally I will take a few days off, that's going to happen. Breaking the habit of releasing every day for me was important. Those couple of days breaks, even though it was like, in a month I didn't release videos for 4 days and everything, it may not seem like much, but breaking that habit was enough that it's like, I don't have to stress about it. At least so far, that's what I'm feeling. Thank you, everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Check out make sure you check out the gas homepage. On my gas videos, I may not have got it in the description of these yet because I've been using a template and I didn't know about it when I set up the template, and I just let YouTube recreate these streams. But make sure you check out on all of my gas videos. I'm linking to the gas channel and to the gas homepage. I should try and update my template, and check out those because it lists to other solvers who are solving gas puzzles, as well as a whole bunch of other gas things. And the gas YouTube page is worth checking out as well. So make sure you check out all of that. I'm going to sign off. And as always, good luck with your solving. Bye, everyone.